What's up? What's up? It's the Arthur Moats Experience with Deke. I'm Arthur Moats, and that's my main man, Deke.
What's good, bro?
Bro, life is good. Everything is dope as per usual. And at the same time, exciting as heck, man. We got a fun show. We got big time crossover content we're going to talk today. I can already feel it. I'm excited about that. Anytime I get a chance to, talk a little league-wide talk today, man, I always get a little perked up for that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait. And I got one of my favorite T-shirts on, my High T-shirt, because anytime I break this out, it takes me back to when we were out in California, Venice Beach, because that was actually when I wore the shirt, man. It was our first day out there. Who was we with? Actually, D.D. Smalls was with us. That's who
he
we
was.
With. Yeah, salute to D.D. Smalls. But I always think back to that because I had my Yeezys on. And if I remember correctly, you had on the full, gold Pitt drip.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I do remember that.
Yeah, so I always think back to that whenever I, break out certain shirts and stuff like that. But I just felt like today, I wanted to wear it, bro.
Huh?
Yeah, man. So it's a vibe, bro. It's a vibe, man. But, other than that, though, man, yeah, I'm excited, bro. It's gonna be a good day today, man. But yeah, man, been vibing out, man, knocking out some content and stuff, whenever some type of news like this happens, you know what I'm saying, league-wise, sometimes you gotta tap into some of the other content channel stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And don't act like I ain't seen some of y'all on that Bills page either, baby. Just don't play.
So what is the Bills page popping off?
Hey, all I know is I seen a lot of familiar names. All right, it was some familiar names.
What are they saying?
It was positive commentary, but
really?
we go tap into it. You know how it go though, bro. It was funny. I was like, oh, okay, all right, I likes it. Shout out. But yeah, man, it's been a vibe though, bro. But yeah, got to spend some time with wifey today. That's my thing right now. Be on my wifey bag, you know what I'm saying, making sure she feeling good and all happy and all that good stuff. So yeah, man. But what you been up to today, baby?
I've been good. So I guess I could utilize this as a Deke thought because there's been some crossover for the last however many Deke thoughts of
heck yeah.
It's me ranting about sports.
But
that's
I love it though,
what's
bro.
been on my mind recently.
I love when you rant.
So forget everything I've said about the Penguins tanking.
Uh-oh.
They got a chance. They got a legitimate chance.
Oh my god.
They really got a chance actually. I checked the standings last night. They are only 3 points out from the last playoff spot in the conference. The wild card's out of question.
Yeah.
But the 3 playoff teams in the Eastern Conference, the first 2 are definitely locked in. The last one, I think, is the Flyers.
Okay, so they got a chance to catch them.
Is it 3 points or 4 points? It's close, and there's 7 games left. Okay. It's enough to catch them. I think the Flyers have 83, 84 points, and the Penguins have 79.
Okay.
And the Flyers have 1 more game played than the Penguins, too.
Huh. Now,
they're in it.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't I see something where I think Crosby needs a couple more points, and doesn't he have something historic coming up, too, for him?
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, I felt like it was something like whether it was assist or goal. It was some type of something. It was either assist or points. It was something. They were like, yo, he got enough time in these last couple of games, but... All right, Deke, don't get me excited over here, man. We got
not win out. Sorry. Not win out. We got to be rooting for them to win every game, though, and win out.
Okay.
Maybe 5-2 does it?
Go 5-2 down the stretch.
5-1-1. Maybe that does it.
Hey, stranger things have happened, man. I've seen teams go run the tables down the stretch, man. We can do this now. I don't see why we can't. As long as you guys see it, you got a chance, man.
So new information right there.
New information.
I was completely wrong with my take from last podcast.
Respect.
And I think I've said it a couple times over the last couple weeks that Penguins need to tank. Obviously, I was wrong.
All right, well, we're going to hold off on the tank job.
Maybe Gensel was holding us back.
Oh, you talking spicy, bro. Gensel's one of the guys. It's one of the ones.
He was good. But sometimes you got to move on from those staples, as you saw today.
Oh, 100%, baby, 100%. So, hey, man. Sometimes you got to do a little bit of this to go a little bit of there, man. So, that's the beauty of it all. I mean, we've obviously experienced this as well, man, here in Pittsburgh, baby. Yeah, the beat goes on, baby. So, yeah. Bro, we're going to get into this day. So, if y'all ready, you ready. I feel like we got it because we're going to talk and then we got to get TG. And then, yeah, so go Pens.
Go Pirates.
Definitely go Pens. Go Bucks. Absolutely. Who they got tonight, by the way?
Pirates.
Yeah. They got the Nationals. Yeah, on the road. Okay.
They had a little day off in the middle of their series with the Nationals. They deserved it.
Nah.
5 days in a row, 5 wins.
Respect.
Give them a day off.
Respect on that. Respect on that. I like it there, man. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and start the day's show like how we always do. Go ahead and drop it in the comment section where you are tuning in from, and in that way we'll give those big boy shout outs to start the day's show. And also, man, hit that like button one time for the coach. And don't forget to subscribe, and appreciate each and every one of y'all tapping in on the Dante Jackson and Deshaun Elliott film sessions that are now public for everybody. All right, no longer just Upper Room, but the Upper Room, y'all had it for a while, so shout out to y'all. But to everybody else, I see y'all tapping on the content, man. Salute y'all on that, man. Appreciate you from the heart.
2 good comments here related to the Penguins. First is Trent Johnson says Crosby will never tank. That is true.
Okay, respect.
Even if we need to tank for our organization's well-being and to get a higher draft pick, I don't think that dude goes out there and plays a lose.
That ain't in his makeup, bro. That ain't in his makeup, man.
No, absolutely not. And then, let's see. The Cookie Monster. This goes back to your potential record that Crosby broke or set. He just tied the record with Gretzky for 19 seasons of averaging 1 point per game. So that's Crosby.
That's what it, okay. I knew it was something that seems like historic for him, man.
So he must have 82 points on the season already?
Some, yeah. But it was like a big deal. It was like, yeah, he's about to break another record. It was like, dang, another one? I thought he broke every record he could break.
1 point per game. Now, that's a good stat because you have different eras. Goalies playing worse way back in the day. Like, it was way easier to score. Yeah. But 1 point per game, it's only Sid and Gretzky.
And they said Gretzky was just God-like out there. I love it, bro.
I mean, the top 3 are Lemieux, Crosby, and Gretzky.
100%.
And whatever order you want to put them in.
Yeah.
I
guess glad we got 2 of them, bro.
Yeah, I think there's cases for all of them. I think Gretzky has the most longevity and longevity. I completely botched that word up. Longevity.
What word you was going with, bro?
I was combining longitude with
longevity, bro.
Yeah. That was weird.
I went with it, but I was like, bro, you forced that one.
I don't know why that happened.
Shout out to you, though, bro.
Longevity.
Shout out to you. You rode with it, though, bro. You played it well.
Yeah, he just has the raw numbers. Lemieux, he's got something crazy on like a points per game basis, too. The problem was he got cancer and he had all these injuries and stuff. And then even, like, that's the thing, too, with Lemieux and Gretzky. If you look at it, like, Lemieux actually was kind of in a different era than Gretzky because Gretzky was before him. Lemieux came in, like, late 80s, 90s. Gretzky was more, like, early 80s, mid-80s. And even, like, those decades right there, the difference between, like, how the scoring was and the goalies and all that was pretty significant. And then you have Crosby, like, in the modern era, I'd say he's the GOAT. So then that's just the conversation of how do you decipher the difference between the eras.
No, respect, because when you talk about them big 3 right there, I always say to myself when I was a casual, which I still am, but when I was even more casual hockey, I still always knew them names. Like before I knew Sid, I always knew Wayne Gretzky. After Wayne, it was like you definitely knew Lemieux. We used to always joke, is it Mario or is it Mario? He was like, yo, up north they call it Mario, we call him Mario. And then it was like, yo, when Sid came, they was like, yo, that's the LeBron of hockey. Yeah, obviously I know how I feel about LeBron, so it was like, oh, say less, that's my guy. So yeah, man, salute all 3 of them dudes though, man. But it's nuts that 2 of them 3, like I said, man, was rocking here in Pittsburgh, man.
Yeah.
Seriously, bro.
Yager's probably in the top 10.
Yeah.
I don't know where Malkin ranks. Maybe he's like top 25 or something, top 30.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've had some good guys roll through Pittsburgh.
Respect on that, man. Respect.
Jay Flame.
Oh yeah, get them shout outs coming in, man. We seen them shout outs coming in. Don't let me and Deke just vibing over here distract y'all from them shout outs happening, all right?
Jay Flame from the 330 Warren, Ohio, finally watching from home.
Let's go. Shout out to you watching from the crib, baby. One time for the culture. Hopefully you got something nice by you and got your feet up. Relaxation, man.
Alejandro Bravo Jr. from the 661, Bakersfield, California.
Shout out to Bakersfield. One time for the Peasy people.
Oh, how about this? Trent Johnson, 757 The Beach. But we'll be back in the 412 Friday for the Bucks opening day.
Ooh, I like it. That is.
Hopefully it doesn't snow.
I know, bro. I said it was the snow. I was like, I'm good on that one, man.
Saturday, it's going to be chilly, too.
Bro, you seen it was like a monsoon for like the first half of, I felt like this morning, and it was raining all yesterday. Wasn't? Yeah, it was raining yesterday. Yeah, it went through a little bit yesterday. Yeah.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot the last 2 days. Quan Summer, the 323, Watts, California.
Shout out to Watts. One time. Let me tap in real quick, D, because you know Leah Warren is in the building, and she's always in the 254, which is Colleen Texas. All right. Shout out to Wendy Johnson in the 562, Long Beach, California. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Row. I see you in the 601, the sip. And he says, you dig or you digs. Either way, both of them digs in Texas now, man. Salute to the Diggs brothers as well. Ethan Leach in the 417, Shell Knob, Missouri, and Joshua Jones in the 347, Jamaica, Queens. One time for the culture. Jamaica, Queens in the building, baby. Let's get it. I always think of 50 Cent. Southside Jamaica, Queens. You heard me? Yeah, baby. Yeah. All right. Let me see. Jared, the PS4L, Pittsburgh Steelers for life in the 559, Visalia, California. Jar Devil in the 310, San Pedro, California. And the last one I'm going to hit real quick is the homie Jaded in the 540, Fisherville, Virginia. Shout out to Fisherville, Virginia in the 540. Absolutely.
Chase Strickland also tuning in from the 304, West Virginia.
Almost
hell.
I was like, yo, Deke, let's go. Almost hell, we there.
Almost hell.
Oh, man. And I got a little cousin just got a little offer from West Virginia, too, man.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man. Shout out to my little cousin, man. Hey, Pitt on the list, too, so we ain't tripping. Nah.
Where's he at?
He's in high school right now.
Well, yeah, what school?
Around
here?
No, he's in middle, almost like Harrisburg, almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Yeah, man. He's a punter, so I know you don't do the specialist stuff, bro.
Punter?
Yeah, he's a punter. I know you don't do specialist. Punts, kicks, field goals. You'll do all that type of stuff. I already know, bro. But this is what he does, and he's killing it. So salute my dog.
He can come to Pitt.
Nah. He like
as long as he's good, I don't care.
He up for the spring. Game. He back.
Okay.
Yeah, they done brought him a couple times, man.
Nice. All right, so he's probably getting some decent offers then. Pitt, West Virginia.
Yeah.
Is like Maryland in the mix? Penn State.
I got his Penn State, yes. He was just up. He was.
All right, good for
him.
him.
He did Penn State, Pitt, West Virginia's giving an offer 2 days ago. So yeah. So I was like, all right, bro. I see you. But anyway,
senior year coming up.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. All right, what do we got on deck here?
Let's get into
this Diggs trade.
Hey, well, I figured, bro, we could just go ahead and get into it because I figured it's gonna come up in these supers. It's gonna come up somewhere. But yeah, you know what it is.
Talk to us.
Oh, I thought you was gonna talk. I dropped my initial reaction on the Bills page. You feel me?
I didn't get to check it out.
I just didn't know that we was like leading off with that as like a Bills topic on this show. I just wasn't sure. I don't know the rules as pertains to other teams that we're talking about over here. All right. So if you're telling me that it's okay to talk about the Bills or the Steelers channel, then I guess I could try, really hard.
No, we don't have
to have a conversation about him. So you know what? Stefan Diggs did get traded to the Houston Texans, man. In return, so let's see, Diggs along with a 6th-round pick from this year, 5th-round pick for next year, and in return, Bills got 2nd-round pick for next year's draft, which would be the Vikings pick also, which they got via trade when the Vikings and Texans did something together.
Okay.
Yeah. So in terms of initial reaction, you lose a dope, dominant top 5 receiver, hands down. That you don't overlook, right? 1,000-yard receiver each season up there in Buffalo. His best years and Josh Allen's best years were together once Diggs came to Buffalo. So definitely you feel that, along with the impact of the doubles, right? The attention he draws, 100%. You love all of that. But at the same time, $31 million is the cap hit that you was going to have regardless if he was here or not. You knew that was what it was. But now you don't have to worry about the remaining 3 years of this deal in terms of the money.
So they're taking on that dead cap this year.
Yeah, so they're
$31 million.
They're going to take it on this year. Clean cut, get rid of it. They could have waited a month and did the post-June cut, and then it would only been 8 this year, and then they could have split it up between the two.
No way.
But they just want to take it all right now and get it over with. So it's a clean, you take the 31, it is what it is. Now, in terms of the draft, for the Bills, we say this is a wide receiver loaded draft each and every year. When you look at what Diggs' production has been since the first year to where he's at now, the numbers have declined. These past 2 years, he's just getting to 1,000 yards. So I just personally feel that as long as you got the quarterback, you can draft a receiver that gets you 1,000 yards. You got the quarterback. They got Josh, and that's kind of the thought process with it. But 100%, I mean, Diggs is a dope player. We ain't going to act like he's not. But it's just wide receivers, the way that we view that position, you keep them for as long as you can until they disgruntle or until it's too noisy. Then after that, bro, hey, appreciate you. You go there, go draft another one, and repeat process. So that's kind of the thought process from, like I said, how I look at it.
What was the tipping point?
It's not just as benefit. Think of accumulation. So you could look on social media today, yesterday, he's been chirping, and it was a conversation I think RG3 was having. Yeah, RG3 was having a conversation with a fan about Diggs and Josh, just keep them together, obviously them together. Bro, you feel great. But one of the fans was like, hey, man, you don't need Diggs. You could just get another that. So Diggs like, oh, for real. And
almost
then probably
like AB,
so then like an hour or two later,
AB did the exact same thing here. He said, trade me then. So because then a fan or someone tweet out like, Steelers don't need AB.
Don't need AB. And he was like, all right. So we kind of like, I get it.
It's almost the exact same scenario because we traded AB and we took on like that 20 million
so you heard, at the beginning when I said, you know how it goes? That's what I was referencing, because at the end of the day, what did we all say with that happen? You would much rather have 7.
Absolutely.
That's how you feel in Buffalo. Take Josh Allen over Diggs any day of the week. You can replace it Stefon Diggs. If it's 10 drafts, 8 of them times or 7 of them times, you're going to get you a Diggs. How many of them times you can get a Josh Allen?
Yeah.
And that's the reality of it, bro.
You definitely have uncertainty at the receiver position for this season. You don't know how the chemistry is going to be with whoever you draft and even who you have in-house. Because didn't they pick up Curtis Samuel?
Yeah, so they brought in Curtis Samuel. Khalil Shakir is the draft pick, but Dalton Kincaid and Dawson Knox. So it's like, James Cook, you got all your weapons still that you want. But you do got to replace Diggs. Because whether you're talking 1,000 yards or just the attention, and that's where you're looking at the draft. But you look at the past however many years now, these dudes are coming in, and we said, man, wide receiver, you ain't trip. We talking about wide receiver over here. We say, bro, you can get us one in the second round. He's still going to come in here and be ready to go.
Yeah. What it comes down to is Allen's just got to elevate.
Yeah.
That's really it. Because Mahomes has been able to do it without Tyreek Hill. And we do classify Allen in that stratosphere. Now, I think Mahomes has probably separated himself from everyone in the league at this point, but we know Allen.
This is how I look at it. 2 of his playoff losses have come to the Super Bowl champ. And
well,
then both of those,
and wait a minute,
and that's what I was going to say. So a missed field goal and a 13 seconds, but we over here crying in Mahomes is better than
Diggs dropping that 70-yard bomb.
So once again, but we crying in Mahomes is definitively better than Josh, and that's fine. But that's why for me, I don't just go with that statement because there's a lot of factors out that day. I still feel like as long as you got Josh,
Mahomes done it. Like he did it. Like
100%. Like I said, I ain't tripping on it. But that's just how I look
at
it.
I know you believe in Allen for sure, and I don't think you're wrong in believing that he will elevate and be that guy that the Bills expect him to be, moving off of like a Stefon Diggs. Like, yeah, he's up there. Like he's right there. So maybe he's got to refine his game a little bit more. But no, he's definitely capable.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a question about it.
He said it's gonna be interesting though. Now I'm over here like, okay, which wide receiver? Are we staying at 28? Them boys finna move up.
You're a double agent now.
Oh, hey man, we're not in the wide receiver market over here anymore. We're looking for centers. All right, we're looking for quarters.
No, we're definitely looking for
we don't want a receiver. We don't need. You said just no receiver in the first round. You said no receiver in the first round.
Well,
we hunting receivers in Buffalo.
Listen,
we about to get us one.
I saw some report that was out there stating that Omar Khan and the Steelers don't want to be forced into taking a center in the first round.
So they're going to have to sign something soon.
Yeah, something's going to have to happen between now and the draft. But if that's the case, then receiver in the first round is definitely
now you want to receive in the first round.
Absolutely. Cornerback's in play.
Now Deke want to receive in the first round. Do y'all see this? This is crazy. Deke ain't care about no wide receiver no first round. Now all of a sudden Deke is like, yo, we signed a city. We definitely get us a receiver in the first round. That's
maybe Brian
crazy.
Thomas.
Look, I'll be surprised but I want to see if Buffalo really go sit or they go move up. But either way,
where do they draft? Honestly,
they're
that
at 28 right now.
A good trade right there.
Yeah, they're at 28 right now, bro.
Steelers and Bills. Bills give Steelers like second round pick or something like that.
Nah.
They give us that. I want another pick this year. But I know Bills probably wouldn't want to give up their second round pick.
Nah. And like I said, man, this is a big in terms of just cap.
That Commanders one makes too much sense. I like that.
Yeah.
That the one that someone suggested we move back.
Oh yeah, to trade back to get the picks. Heck yeah.
Yeah, those 2 second round picks. Yeah. That wouldn't be terrible.
Heck yeah.
But if we do trade for a center, sign some type of center, we got to be looking at receiver first round.
No, you don't want no receiver in the first round, bro. We got a lot of other needs than wide receiver.
We
are not worried about wide
center,
receiver, bro. No, it's
corner.
Not. No.
I think those are the top 3.
What right tackle? You don't care about tackle no more?
I mean,
You don't know?
Yeah, that's in there. Maybe that's top 4.
You good at linebacker?
That might be
all
over
the way?
corner,
You don't
actually.
care about your inside linebacker?
I think there's better corners out there we could sign than centers.
As the
sure.
draft goes? Yeah.
No, just even right now.
Oh, yeah.
Right now. We get away with signing a dude at corner. So actually, you're right. I would go top 3 is the center, right tackle, and
linebacker.
receiver.
You don't care about wide receiver, bro. You don't care about wide receiver. Quarter. You don't care about wide receiver,
I said
bro.
no matter what, we need to take a receiver in the first 2 rounds.
You don't care about wide receiver like that,
I did say that.
bro.
I would prefer being in the
bro.
second round as is right now. Let's take that center.
So look,
set it and forget it.
We'll take a wide receiver in the second round. Buffalo will take a wide receiver in the first. All right, and there you have it.
That's fine if we don't pick up a center between now and the draft. That's fine because we have to pick Jackson Powers Johnson or whoever the Steelers prefer.
I would agree.
Graham Barton,
and then
Zach Frazier.
Depending on the level of free agency signing, we still might be.
Yeah,
that's the
maybe
other part.
You take Van Pran or something in the third,
right.
and develop him along.
Yeah, but I'm like, just depending on what level, I still feel like we're gonna have to tap into that.
Absolutely, because unless we're getting that Saints guy that someone suggested last podcast, I don't know who's out there like that.
Yeah.
That we're getting. Definitely no one in free agency that you're
because the guys in free agency
we
already
could
signed.
It wouldn't even be the worst idea to bring back Mason Cole for something cheap.
Y'all be playing with these people, man.
Bet minimum.
Y'all be playing with these people, Deke.
It's a job.
Y'all playing with these people, man. Y'all saying it like he needs it.
If he wants to work.
That's what I'm saying. Y'all be saying it like he needs it. It gets to a certain level where dudes be like, bro, it's just not worth me even going out there. He's made enough that it's certain numbers that it's not even worth it for certain players. Not saying that's what he's on, but I'm just like, when we come into the negotiation, we just got to take all. Yeah, we got to take all of that into consideration.
He's probably got double digits accumulated, right?
No.
Millions. He signed a nice deal here
stacking,
for 2-3 years.
Yeah, he's been stacking, man.
He spent first 4 or 5 seasons with the Vikings, Cardinals. Yeah. If he just wants to call it a day.
No. Or
100%.
Or in the same vein as Quan Alexander.
Right.
When he was just like, yo, I wait.
Until I get what I want.
Yeah. Or if I like this option better, even if it's not number-wise, if I just think this situation is better, Steven Nelson, he's available right now. Do you think you go call him up and he just gonna be, oh, yeah, I'm going to come back? Come on, bro. Y'all play with these people, bro.
He hates us.
No.
That's not happening.
And you think Mason Cole feels great about it because he hasn't said anything publicly.
Well,
that's what I'm trying to say.
He needs to go to Steven Nelson out and start a podcast
with these people,
and
man.
put us on blast so we can find out. He could do that.
Because that's bad for business. At least right now for him, he could play however he wants to play it, and he's not going to be villain. He's not going to be a villain. Steven Nelson, to us, to certain people, are going to look at him as, no, man, you said this, man. You was
I'd
acting
bring
like
him
that.
back if he wanted to come back. I just don't think
bro.
he wants to come back.
Man, because once again, it's like, bro, you've heard most people talk about when you get that call, when you get released, or when they tell you you're no longer here, or we want a pay cut. It's like, bro, that don't sound like I want to come back. That don't sound like I want to come back for less money on top of that. Vince said, bro, when they told me to take the pay cut, he said, man, I just went ahead, was like, yo, I didn't want to do this. Then he came back for the super cheap deal. He was like, bro, I'm not about to come back out here. Now you going to have me in the exact same role doing all this other stuff for less money? He was like, nah, I'd rather walk away. That's what I'm saying, man. With Mason Cole, like, bro, Mason ain't just, like, certain players, yeah. I just think with Mason, he's crossed out of that a little bit, man.
Well, and that's fine. But if you're Mark on and the Steelers, I don't think it's out of question.
Yeah, well,
as an option.
Well, because I look at it like this. Both people going to need something. Whether you saying Mason Cole needs a job, Mason Cole looking at you saying, well, who's your center? So that's where his leverage comes in.
But then it goes back to what happened with, like, Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Is Mason Cole thinking he's going into, like, a losing situation? Like, even if I come back, I'm just their insurance policy. They're still going to try to draft a guy or someone to replace me, and I don't want to deal with that. At this point, that's not worth the money. Going back to your point, what you were saying.
And he knows if he comes back, we both be over here like, yo,
we're drafting a center still.
Absolutely. So it's like, yo, you know what you're walking into for less money.
Maybe we don't have to draft one in the first round.
Yeah. But once again, you're still going to tell Mason, listen, take less money, and there's a chance that you're still better than this guy we're going to draft. So you still might be the week 1 starter, but now you going to get paid way less. And this is what it is, and we still gonna be replacing you when it's done. That's why I'm just like, yo, that's a lot to just be, it's fresh. It's a fresh wound, man. He ain't 2 years. He just got. That's a lot on that man.
Yeah. All right, then. What were we talking about there?
We started up with Diggs. We ain't
Okay.
started super just yet. Yeah, so now we can start with the super right there, man. But yeah, shout out to that opening intro. We went from Diggs to Mason. I don't know how we got
We
to
were
the
talking
Mason Cole part,
about
though. Yeah.
Steelers versus Bills battling for receivers in the draft.
Yeah, you was like, we just signed Mason Cole back to that way. Yeah.
I'm saying it's an option. I don't even know how great I would feel about it. But who else is out there that we could sign that you're feeling great
In
about?
terms of like true centers, yeah.
I don't know. I guess I'd have to maybe look into it more, but last time I checked, it wasn't great. It was a little bleak.
Yeah.
I like that Saints trade idea, though.
I do too. Shout out. I forgot who brought it up, but ever since I've looked into it more, I'm like, yep, I like this a lot. If they were willing, I like it.
Brian Lee. Hey, Moats, how would you feel about adding Isaiah Simmons? I feel like he'd be the perfect fit for that Terrell Edmonds role.
No, I like Isaiah Simmons, man. I felt like we talked about potentially. I feel like it was me, you, and TG. We talked about him, right?
We brought it up a couple times.
Yeah, definitely like Isaiah Simmons, man. In terms of potentially putting him in that Terrell Edmonds box safety or just dime linebacker type role, man. I feel like for guys like Isaiah Simmons, man, where they're coming in, they're almost viewed as positionless, and it to me hurts them a little bit more than it helps them because you never get a chance to build a solid foundation in one spot. And I do feel like for Isaiah, he kind of went through that, and that's kind of why he's there where he's at right now. But I do feel like in a simplified role where you're able to just dumb it down and let him get his legs under him and let him just be an athlete for right now. Yeah, I think that could definitely work. And he'll be super cheap too, just talking about where he's at in his career right now. So, yeah.
I think it'd be an awesome pickup.
Yeah.
We already got Queen.
I like that a lot, bro.
We got a Landon Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Things are a little bit up in the air with Cole Holcomb, but
Yeah.
we expect him to be back. That's a good top solid 3 right there.
Facts.
And you can add Isaiah Simmons into the room as your fourth guy. As your fourth guy, not your second guy.
Mm-hmm.
Seems like a no-brainer to me because he does
The
have
upside
that
is crazy,
asset
bro.
that those other. Oh, Patrick Queen's kind of got it, but he's even more rangy than Patrick Queen and more athletic.
There's more
than Patrick
size in him
Queen.
too.
Yeah,
Queen's kind of short, compact.
Yeah,
tall.
So he's
Yeah.
got all that. He's obviously not as good as a Patrick Queen, but
Yeah.
in terms of just coverage linebacker, Terrell Edmonds type of role, be a perfect fit here.
Yeah, bro.
Perfect fit, and it wouldn't cost you a lot.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
just got traded for what, a 7th-round
Crumbs,
pick.
yeah.
He's still out there. It's not like his market's booming. Be a great pickup, I think. Like, why not? I saw
That's my thing. Why
they
not, bro?
were looking at, I don't know, was it a Commanders old linebacker? I don't even know the dude's name. But I saw that, and I'm like, bro, Isaiah Simmons would be a better pickup than this guy.
Trust me, man.
Probably
I'm
around the
sold on
same
Isaiah
price.
Simmons pick.
Why
I
not?
like that move, man.
Nanzito, if Omar has already begun to do things differently in free agency, what makes us think he won't in the draft? I think we're trading back and loading up. That's not a bad option.
Yeah, it's definitely not a bad option, man. Yeah, some people, like I said, like trading back, loading up on picks. Others like trading up and getting just high quality players. You know, it's both methods work. Just depends on what you're trying to go for, man. But yeah, I'm on this thing, man. No expectations. Let Omar cook, man. Omar gonna cook this one. I already feel it.
The more I look at this draft, the more I think about it. Trading back does seem pretty logical, and I would be good with it as long as we got one of these top 3 centers, because we could maybe pick up an extra 2nd-round pick. That'd be great. You get a corner, you get a receiver in the 2nd round too. I'm all for it. I'm definitely all for it because I think the team is in a good spot. Just how we have our position set up right now. It's only those few things really. Like, I don't think we're in a dire position where we gotta trade up. If let's say I'm trying to think of a position. Let's say we didn't have JPJ, then
Okay.
I think we're talking differently about cornerback. We might be trading up for like a Quinyon Mitchell, but we got a JPJ. We got a safety. We got our edge rusher. We got a good defensive line. Like, the only glaring hole was center right now. But you don't need to trade up for center because all those 3 guys should be available to you at 20. Will be available to you at 20. Is there a chance that JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, goes before that? Sure, but you'll be able to get your center there. So, like, we're in a good spot. Like, this is like, with where we're at roster wise and with just how the draft is and like a bunch of these quarterbacks maybe going early, like, trading back could make a lot of sense.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the, when I think of just trading up versus trading back. It's all just your philosophy, right? If you're cool with maybe getting not the highest in talent, but I'm going to be picking from just a better pool of players, then I'm all for it. I mean, I'm not tripping on that. If you got the mindset that you would much rather just have that one God tier type player versus 3 or 4 really, really good players, I'm all for that too. Now, if you're asking me personally, I typically lean with give me the superstar, because I've had a lot of experiences where I've seen, just as the draft continues on, the dudes don't always pan out. And the further you get into the draft, the more of a risk it is. And that's part of why it's set up like that. And that's why first rounders get the most guaranteed up front, because they have the most, it's the least amount of guesswork with those guys. Whereas as you get to the second round, the third round, the fourth round, and so forth, well, all these guys got certain holes in it, right? When we talk Darnell Washington, for example, right? Him in the first round, we're thinking very differently versus where he's drafted at. But we're looking like, well, why did he get drafted here? But then we think about just his immediate impact, or to the same extent, the lack thereof in terms of his immediate impact. When you look at first round tight ends around the league, that's the part for me where I'm just asking myself, which one do I want? Would I rather go and get you a Dalton Kincaid in the first, or would I rather do the move Darnell Washington, Connor Hayward, where I feel great about my group, but do I feel like, man, this one guy has already proven that he is that just yet? That's the philosophy. But at the same time, you got all your eggs in one basket over here. If he plays and he turns out, then great. But if he doesn't, we've seen what it's like when you miss on a first rounder. We've experienced that. Everybody around the league's experienced it. So that's why for me, I'm just like, it just depends on which philosophy you go with. Me personally, like I said, I'm always like, yo, let me shoot from the best talent pool, and I'll take my chances with that. But I'm not big on rookies anyways. And that's also, like I said, I think a personal thing for me, man.
I'm good with either or. I'm just looking at this draft as is because, in the past, whenever we were talking about trading up for Devin Bush, we're all for it at the time. Like, let's go get this linebacker. Let's go get this franchise linebacker. He's going to be awesome for us. The Shazier replacement. Bro. Like, it made sense for us to do it. Whereas now, I don't know if it does. Like, I like a lot of these guys in the draft, but they're at a lot of positions I don't feel like we need that bad. Now, maybe you can make the argument right tackle, J.C. Latham, if you want to trade up a few picks, but I'm locking in on center. Like, that's my thing, and I think all those guys are going to be there when we're sitting at 20, and then you could say, okay, well, 1 or 2 of these guys be here if we trade back too. Yeah. Let's pick up another second-round pick so we could get our receiver, get a corner across JPJ, have them grow up together, and get one of these top 3 centers. Like, I could see that being the thing that makes sense. But, yeah, if you like a J.C. Latham, because I think that's the only, I guess you could say, receiver. And it depends on what we do at free agency right now. I'm hard pressed to think you trade up for a receiver right now, unless we sign. We need to get some security.
What's the next move
on the offensive line? Maybe even scoop a slot corner up or something in free agency too. Not even slot corner. I mean, there's some guys out there.
No, seriously, bro.
We're gonna talk about some of them later.
Yeah. Right now, there was we are kind of pigeonholed to center though.
Yeah, and
that's the part where it's until you change that, we're stuck.
So that's what I'm saying. Center. As we sit right now, I think trading back makes a whole lot of sense if they want to do that. Now, I can understand, too, if Jackson Powers-Johnson's there and you just want to say, let's just get him, let's not risk it. Mm-hmm. We like him a lot better than the other 2 centers. Yeah. But if you view those 3 centers like kind of the same, why not collect up an extra pick? No. Omar did it last year. Oh, yeah. We were sitting there in the 3rd round, and all those linebackers we were talking about were available. Looking back, it kind of pissed me off we didn't take one of them, but we kept trading back, and we ended up getting Darnell Washington, which felt really good at the time. But you had Drew Sanders went early in the 3rd, but you had who was the dude that went to the Chargers from Washington State? Yeah,
you're right.
He was there. Trent Simpson was there.
Henley.
Yeah, Henley. Yeah. You had 3 or 4 of those linebackers we were talking about trying to get in the 2nd or 3rd round. They were all there. And I'm just thinking, okay, we're trading back. Hopefully one of them is available when we're sitting there at pick 90. None of them were, but Darnell was. So it's like, okay, I'll take that as a caveat. But I'll take those linebackers over Darnell right now. That Darnell pick's not working out too well.
He's going to develop. Just give him some time. He'll develop.
Yeah, hope so.
He'll develop.
Hope so.
I'm with you. I'm open too because, I'm a big Darnell fan. I was one of my ones right there. So I'm like, yeah, come on, baby. Come on. Yeah.
That was a steal.
Mm-hmm.
Steeler Nation on fire. Should the Steelers bring back Cam Sutton when everything is straight with him?
All right, so date. They did reduce the charges against Cam from felony to a class 1 misdemeanor right now. That's the most recent thing I've seen surrounding it. Me personally, though, bro, we're talking about a dude that's in the heart of some domestic violence, personal stuff. I just not saying that it's completely over. You never get another chance. But what I am saying is if you're never held accountable for any actions, what is going to deter it from reoccurring? And when I think of how everybody complains about AB, how did AB get here? And we said, well, yeah, man, we would always just joke about it. But Coach Simon had his name that, his production outweighed the negativity, right? Until it didn't. But when it finally catches up, you created a monster. Well, you don't get like that without feeling like you're not held accountable, without feeling like you don't have to answer for your actions. Regardless of how significant or minuscule they are, I do feel like in some way, man, what he's being, investigated for and all this other stuff, it's like, bro, this is heavy. So let's let this process play out. Same concept, man, when we talked about, any of these other dudes, right? It's like, man, this is some heavy stuff, man. When you're talking just, domestic, hand to hand, putting hands on people, man, it's like, nah, that's just, you got to be careful with the message that you're sending. So because it is literally, we're talking fresh as in 2 weeks fresh, me personally, I say no. But like I said, man, I'm not saying that you never, ever open that door, but I'm just like, it's, from my perspective, it's super fresh right now, man. Yeah. And Cam's my dude. Love Cam, man. I tell him right now, it's like, bro, you tripped out. But yeah. But this is one of the ones where you're like, man, I feel like you kind of gotta let that just sit, man. At least from my perspective. How you feel about it though, bro? You bringing him in, man? Because you have a way different energy, bro. Yeah.
Yeah, I would let it sit right now. Like technically he is cleared by the law. He's cleared from like a society standpoint.
It's not a felony, it's a misdemeanor now, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I would let that sit. I would let that sit. I don't know if there's any more information that will come out from it. Yeah, I don't think you have to be in a hurry for that at all. Just sit back and, see what happens. See what information, what comes out about it. Let the due process take place. And like I said, I guess the due process has, in a way, taken place.
Or at least it's in the middle of the process right now.
Is it still?
Yeah,
or is it
it's
like,
not finished yet. No,
okay.
They just saying like, all right, it was classified as you're charged with this. Now they reduced the charge to this, but you still got to go and actually face that.
Well, they also said they're just gonna let him and his family handle it.
Yeah.
So I don't. Yeah, like I said, I don't know exactly what that means if he's still got to go to court or do anything with that. But
because I'm sure to an extent, if she press charge stuff like that, I'm sure that changes some stuff too. But yeah, that's why I'm like, let that. It's hot right now, man.
Yeah, I'd let it sit. I just let it sit. I'll just say that I don't really have like a strong opinion on it. No. That if anything, that's just kind of like the facts of the situation of just like he is cleared like legally, cleared legally. Still really early. Yeah. It's still really close to the situation happening, like you said too. So I think you just let it sit. I think there is a lot with that right now. I think you're right. Okay, that was Nanzita. No, that was Steel Nation on Fire.
Yeah.
Next we got Lord Knows 36. What's good, y'all boys? Mekhi Becton and Isaiah Simmons are still out there. Would be nice to get them. I think our best high option at receiver is Leggett.
That's your dude though. You like him?
I do like him.
Yeah.
Our best high option. Yeah, I'm guessing he's thinking of the guys that will be available for. I don't know. Is he thinking first round for Leggett though?
Don't nobody want a first round receiver except you now, Deke. You started.
I don't want to draft him. I don't want to draft right now. I do not want to draft the receiver. In the
there we go.
round.
So
unless you
we
guarantee
think about receivers, then, man. Yeah.
Getting one of these centers in the second.
It's only one person that's worried about first round receivers. Okay. I'm excited. Deke, have you seen this class of wide receivers, Deke? Deke, have you seen it? Just Washington, LSU. I don't know which one do I want. Then you just say F it, bet the house and go get you one in the top 10. Deke, that's what's available now, and cheap labor. Come on, man. Oh man. All right, I'm sorry. We're not worried about wide receivers over here.
I thought you liked proven productivity.
This is cheaper though. This is gonna be cheaper, and it's not disgruntled. As I told you, when they disgruntled, man, you better get rid of them, bro. You gotta go. You know this. And I loved AB when he was here. What, Shay, man? Quarterback over receiver, man. I guess we did it with Deontay, too. Shout out to Pittsburgh, Toddy. Because he was upset with your boy. Mm-hmm. Deontay, he was upset with your boy. And we shipped him. Always, man. Always with a receiver. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to draft the receiver in the first round. I don't right now. I'm sorry. Unless you guaranteed me one of the top 3 centers in the second.
And we cannot guarantee that, so we just go stick with we're looking at sitter. All right. We want an offensive lineman, bro. We're focused on offensive line, man. I like it.
Steelers Nation on fire. Most do you think the Bills lost the Diggs trade?
If we're saying in the short term, sure. You're gonna be $30 million short without Stefan Diggs on the field, man. 100%. That definitely sucks. But at the same time, from a long-term perspective, no, because as we said, you can draft a wide receiver in the first round, and now I have this wide receiver for the next 4 to 5 years under control, a lot cheaper, and I still got my quarterback. As long as you got your quarterback, man, that's the name of the game right now, man. So I think for both parties, honestly both parties won. I think for the Texans, you're getting a dope receiver that you're adding to C.J. Stroud along with Tank Dell, who's coming back from an injury, but you got Nico Collins, still got Dalton Schultz. You just picked up Joe Mixon in free agency, and you got Damian Pierce, the running back as well that they drafted a year ago. So I think for the Texans, they're super excited. They're loading up. They feel great about their scenario. And for the Bills, you knew you were going to be chopping stuff off, and Diggs was potentially one of them names that we've all talked about anyways, potentially being the guy to get moved on from. It just so happened that he kind of expedited that situation. So it is what it is, man. But I think for both parties, man, it's a dub.
Tito Good Vibes, Moats, any thoughts on Trey Taylor, the safety at Air Force? I know they play JMU. Shout out to Steelers Nation.
No, shout out. Actually, I do not have a strong opinion of Trey Taylor just yet. So I will go back and watch him, man. When I was watching that game, I wasn't watching from like the Air Force perspective, you know. I was watching from like, yo, these my guys perspective. So it was way, way different viewpoint. So I would need to go back and watch him, man. But I'll definitely check him out though, man. Absolutely, I'll definitely check him out.
Jeff H. So if that's what Diggs was worth, Aiyuk is possible.
Not apples to apples completely, because Diggs already has the contract. It was already, you already knew what those numbers were. Whereas with Brandon Aiyuk, we're still trying to figure out what is it going to take for him from a contract extension standpoint to where he feels good about it. The Diggs deal, that math was already worked out. So you're just kind of moving him with that money, with that. Whereas with Aiyuk, I just think you're still going to have to talk a little bit more about how much do I have to commit to this cat, man. But what do you think Aiyuk is going to go for, though? Because I still think he's going to go for something decent, though.
Yeah, it all depends on if the 49ers get a deal done or not.
Yeah. Unless he pull a dig, unless he start tripping. But even if he starts tripping right now, though.
Already has a little bit. I mean, he's shown he's displeased with how the situation's going in San Fran.
Yeah. I just feel like it's still, like, different. Like, with Diggs, we're talking, like, we've seen years, whether you're talking here or even in Minnesota, where he can demonstrate some passion. I just don't be seeing that with Aiyuk. Maybe I'm not as, like, close to the Aiyuk scenario. But I'm like, I feel like this is just kind of like a contract tactic, whereas, like, Diggs had just signed a deal. He was still like, yo.
Aiyuk would be the perfect receiver here, too, with the blocking and the route running and all that. He'd be perfect.
Yeah, I like Aiyuk, man.
Yeah, maybe the closer you get to draft, this is market good down. Like a second-round pick for Aiyuk would be awesome.
How old is Aiyuk too? Because that's the other part.
I'm gonna say 26.
Because I want to say Diggs might be 30. Is Diggs 30? Let me see.
Diggs might be 31.
Yeah, I'm about to say yeah. Diggs.
Aiyuk just turned 26.
So that's the other part too. Yeah. They're younger. Yeah.
Yeah, he's in his prime.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would listen. A first-round pick, probably not. Initially, whenever I heard there was a chance we could trade for Aiyuk, I was okay with giving him a first-round pick. But if we don't need to give up a first-round pick because we have Omar Khan,
yeah,
second-round pick could make sense. I think that'd be fair. I'm just trying to think of other receiver trades. Like Hopkins, he went to the Cardinals for a second-round pick. That's DeAndre Hopkins.
And then they signed him the deal afterwards, right? How old was he on that trade?
Well, either or, even if he had the deal.
How old was he when he got traded, though? Because I think that's the only thing I'm trying to figure out what makes...
He's definitely still in his prime.
Yeah.
And that's DeAndre Hopkins,
yeah, Aiyuk
too.
wasn't on Hopkins' level, no.
So Hopkins is 31 right now. Spent a couple years with the Cardinals.
Probably like
28,
Yeah.
28, maybe. 28, 29.
Was he coming off an injury?
How many years did he spend with the Cardinals? I think it was just 2 years, right? Might have been 3.
No, it might
You're
have been
right,
2.
3.
It was 3. Okay, but I thought it was 3. Yeah.
2020. So, yeah, if he's 31 right now.
So he's what, 27?
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 years ago.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
He went for a second. Aiyuk for a second's fair then. The 49ers may not like it, but that's a fair deal.
Well,
they won a first, but maybe that's why
he's
still on your team right now. Yeah. That's why you haven't been able to get a deal done. Now, I do think they're still probably trying to work out a contract with Aiyuk, but if someone did offer him the first, maybe they would have taken it at this point.
That could definitely make sense.
A second's fair.
But I think
what did AJ Brown go for? He didn't go for a first.
Nah, I think at the same time, it's easy for us to say a second is fair, and you should just take it because that's fair. It's not your asset, you know? If this was our asset, we wouldn't be over here like, oh, yeah, that's just fair. Like, yeah, it's fair. We're always trying to win it.
But that's fair. That's a fair deal. I think we'd win if we got it for, a third, 2/3 or something like that. How about that? Yeah, third this year and a third next year. So the AJ Brown one's very similar because
what did he do? Yeah,
he got traded, then signed the deal with the Eagles,
Philly,
and it was a $25 million deal, which is probably right around Aiyuk's price range.
I would agree.
Could we get this?
At that stage, who are you taking? That version, AJ Brown, or this version, Brandon Aiyuk?
I think it's all on what you want. I think
AJ
Aiyuk
was still a monster. Oh man.
I think Brown at that point stood better on his own versus whenever you're comparing to Aiyuk, because Aiyuk's got the 49er system. He also has a Deebo Samuel there, Christian McCaffrey, whereas like AJ Brown, I mean, he did have Derrick Henry as his running back. Yeah. Like AJ Brown was that guy though for the Titans. I'll give you that, but I would argue that Aiyuk would fit the Steelers better than if we were to have traded for AJ Brown back then.
Because AJ Brown is an AB. Not in the sense of like personality, but I'm saying in the sense of like volume, dominant. That's just your guy. He's taking over the offense. That's who we feed. I think Aiyuk, you can't get away with the system. Hey, man, do some of this. Like, it didn't always have to be.
I think the route running and the blocking would be perfect. I mean, it's a perfect Deontay replacement. Just that he's even better than Deontay, though.
Yeah.
He's more of a deep threat, more physical. Dude, can I find this compensation?
AJ Brown. Ooh, AJ Brown, one of the ones, though.
I'm sorry. I'm trying to figure this out here.
You good, bro? You good?
Unless someone in the chat knows.
Trying to see if we got any.
Eagles receive AJ Brown in a trade.
Yeah,
it was a first rounder.
Ooh.
No, wait, never mind. Hold on. Titans traded Brown to the Eagles in extra. Yeah, it was number 18 and 101.
So a first round pick and the cash.
I don't know about cash.
You know what I'm saying? They had to give him the contract extension.
Oh, yeah,
so they sent the first rounder and the cash. I'm saying, yeah.
Right.
Because we're under the impression that we would do a second for Aiyuk because you still got to give him the cash, the contract afterwards. You seeing right here, AJ Brown got a first round and they still paid him. Me personally, though, I think AJ Brown I view as a better player than Brandon Aiyuk at this stage with both of them dudes at the same time. Because, like, AJ, like you talked about, was a standalone. Like, it wasn't system. It wasn't even you got a great quarterback either. Whereas, at times, people be trying to, say the whole Brock Purdy's MVP caliber. We've never said that about Tannehill. When AJ Brown was there, that was never in the conversation, So, that's part of why I do feel like maybe the first for him with the money made sense. Whereas for Aiyuk, I'm with you still. I'm not giving up a first for Aiyuk. I don't think that he's fully on that. The more I think on it, the more I go back and just process it. It's like, and knowing that we got GP. Yep. But that second round pick, that's the weird. That's the.
Yeah, you're probably feeling better about paying him like 21, 22 million.
I don't want to give him 25.
Versus 25 plus.
25 plus, and you already got GP, who you could make a case that, GP, can't you do that? Ain't that that's next to you, right?
Yeah.
Oof.
That's why I think it would be a great Deontay replacement right now, because Deontay was getting, 18? All right, let's just pay a few more million for...
A couple less drops, you said?
A couple less drops, more explosive plays, and better blocking. And I'll pay a couple more million for that all day.
And he's bringing in postseason pedigree. He's been in playoff games. He's been in Super Bowls.
Yeah, the problem becomes how long is the contract, though, because that could start eating into some of the extensions we got to give to someone like Pickens.
Good call.
But as you're sitting here right now, I don't think you can worry about that, because these dudes got to prove themselves this season. Mm-hmm. Like a Freiermuth, like a Najee, Pickens. Now, I know a lot of people in the chat would argue that Najee has proven himself, but that's just the running back position. That's just a whole different conversation anyway. But yeah, Pickens, Freiermuth, Broderick Jones, like he's got to prove himself. Justin Fields, Russell, like these dudes got to prove themselves.
You can make a case you got 2 to 3 years for you really have to cut.
We shouldn't be worrying about like what numbers we're giving them next off season or in 2 off seasons from now. It's like, let's see if they're even worth those conversations at that point. Might not be a bad idea to try to extend Freiermuth now.
I think a Freiermuth extension is like the Tuitt extension. If you do it right now, you more so prepaying it with the hopes that it's going to develop into what you're paying it for.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Hopefully you get it on the cheap. If it develops, But I don't even know what the cheap is, because you got Dawson Knox.
That's what I'm trying to say.
What he got. It's like, bro, whenever Knox was up for his contract versus Muth potentially being up this offseason for his contract, I mean, Muth's right there, if not better, right?
Yeah.
So that's tough. I don't feel like paying Muth. What did Knox get? Like 12 million?
He's getting 12.
Jeez, oh man.
And that's tight end too.
I would if Muth lived up to everything we thought he would be right now. Some of that's not completely his fault. He's been injured, shoddy quarterback play at times, but...
Hold on. My ears, bro. What'd you say? What happened?
Shoddy quarterback play at times?
Whoa, Deke, I don't know who you are, bro.
I've said that many times.
How
our quarterbacks have looked these last 2 seasons.
It just flowed. The way you just flowed that right there, Deke.
I haven't used the adjective shoddy. Maybe that's what perked up your ear. When have I ever used shoddy?
Wow. Like, yo, I respect it. I like that, man. All right, sheesh.
Bro, how many times did I say Mason played the best games we've seen from a quarterback over these last 2 seasons?
Shout out to Move. Move that had the majority of his play, he's been with a different quarterback than
Kenny's
Mason. That's
still
all.
Catching strays here.
He's not catching straight. You said shoddy quarterback play.
Unless you're talking about Mitch. But I know you wouldn't take a shot at your guy Mitch like that right now.
You said shoddy quarterback play. I just thought of who he has the majority of his throws from. That's it, bro. I'm sorry. I'm with you, though. That's why I was like, all right. Let's go.
I think Muth had like eight or 9 touchdowns his rookie year from Ben, right?
Yeah, I would agree. It's no surprise there. No surprise, man.
Yeah, there's no surprise.
No surprise. There's levels to it, bro.
Not a coincidence. Claypool had his best 2 years of football.
You know what they say, D? You know what they say?
Now he's on the way
you know what they say,
Canada.
D? Not all first-round quarterbacks are created equal. Regardless if they're in the first round, they not all created equal. All right? And I think this is just life lessons, man. I've experienced this lesson too many times. Way too many times. Unfortunately, way too many times. But when you get it right, bro, it's a great feeling. But just not all first-round quarterbacks are created equal, man. It's what it is.
All I'm going to say is don't blame me. Do not blame me, because I wanted 7 back. I didn't want Mitch. I didn't want any of it.
No, I'm out of it. Don't put me in it.
Big Ben, I wanted to be here for these last 2 years. Do not blame me.
D, think that's crazy.
Do not blame me.
Deke said, yo, I that was not my fault. Now, I reacted accordingly afterwards,
Yeah.
but that was not me. I did not do this one.
You got to adjust to what the Steelers are doing.
I like it, bro.
Steelers ran Ben out of town. It's like, oh, wow, okay. We signed Mitch. Okay, this was our grand plan. Okay, wow.
I like it, bro. I like it. We still trying to get the answer to that. So you are still right. We still trying to figure out the next move from that. So yeah. Hopefully we got it this time. But we'll see.
One of these two at least. Yeah. Okay, that was Jeff H. Good question about
Man, shout out to you, Jeff H. Hit the like button one time for Jeff H's question, man.
Aiyuk for a second round pick. I do it all. Aiyuk for a second. You know what? If it is a second, maybe we got to give up like a fourth or something next year, third or fourth. I would do that and then give him like $22 million.
I was about to say, if it could be a second, can I get it 21-20? Like,
can we get like a lookalike discount?
Yeah, I need
him
like
and
a
Tomlin
20
lookalike, something like that.
I can't touch the 25. I don't want that. 22 still seem a little rich, knowing that I got GP.
Yeah,
as well.
That is the thing.
That's my problem.
That is the thing.
I got that already.
Yeah, you're paying that for your
Yeah.
receiver to be the number one.
Yeah. So
we can afford to do it right now. This
can.
goes back to just how everything's situated contract-wise with our offensive players. We got a bunch of young dudes yet that we haven't paid.
So this is my other issue with it, just from like a overall philosophical standpoint. I just feel like me going to get Aiyuk, I'm going to be spending more money on a Deontay Johnson. Well, the whole plan was if he was going to move on from DJ, let's get something, draft something that's cheaper or something like that because GP's going to take this next step. So essentially, I just spent more money on the same caliber or in the same frame because we want to say that Aiyuk is just
spend that money on the O-line. Maybe we just trade for that Saints center.
Because I'm like, are we really sitting here and saying that Aiyuk is just light years ahead of DJ? Or are we saying that it's
probably
okay? You think
I think he's in a tier above DJ for sure right now.
Okay,
for sure.
That's where I think we differ. I think that it's closer than me spending 22 and DJ getting 18 and me feeling like, oh yeah, he is that much of a difference. That's just me. I think I could go spend that money way better elsewhere, go draft something, and I'm going to feel great about getting the same level of production way cheaper. Or maybe not the same level of production, but the same what I need to get done, I think I can still get that done.
I think the conversation really revolves around just spending that money.
Yeah,
spending
that's true. Yeah.
Let's say 18 to 22 million. Is it wise to spend that on your most likely wide receiver too?
22 million for a wide receiver two.
Given you're expecting Pickens to elevate and be your receiver one. Like, is that the best way to spend that money? Or do you trade for that center from the Saints? He's got that $12 million cap hit. And then you use the excess to maybe sign like a Stefon Gilmore. Maybe that's the better play. And then you can draft your receiver in the second round.
You definitely could.
That's probably better.
You could definitely do that.
It is probably better from a team building standpoint if you put it that way.
And you said draft him in the second. If you still wanted to go get him in the first, you could because you already said you traded for the center.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Pick up Ryan Thomas or someone in the first.
Right. So it's like
maybe trade up and get Neighbors. Right. Trade up and get Marvin Harrison.
That's what I'm saying with that. With what you had just said, yeah. But that's like my only thing. But it's like we're gonna spend the money regardless. We do know that. But how we allocate it in, trust me, the wide receiver, man, if we want to just say, man, we're gonna load up and we're gonna make sure that we got just weapons out there, then 100% that still works. Yeah, it definitely is.
That's what's interesting about that trade. Like, they got 5 guys.
Uh-huh.
Like, one of those dudes is gonna be an odd man out. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them asked for a trade. Steelers should look into that. Get a Nico Collins or someone. Get Tank Dell. Can we trade for Tank Dell?
Chill, bro. You don't want Tank.
Yes, we do.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
The Bills don't want Tank.
If Tank want to go anywhere, Tank come out to Buffalo. Tank don't want to go anywhere else except Buffalo. All right. Yeah.
Tank doesn't come off as a guy that's going to be requesting a trade, though.
I would agree. And he's hurt right now. You can't request a trade right.
They also have Mechie. Who's the other guy? There's one more. Robert Woods.
Mechie,
Woods is on the down
vet. Yeah.
Woods is on there. He's their Allen Robinson.
Yeah.
So,
maybe Mechie was there.
Maybe Mechie would request a trade.
But would he though? Because they gave him last year was like his first full year, wasn't it? Because he had the cancer thing.
Yeah. He didn't do anything.
I don't think of anything crazy. Because it was the Tank Dell.
We could throw him into
Collins
the mix
show,
of Quez Watkins and all these guys, though.
It was the Tank Dell Nico Collins show down there, man.
It was. Yeah, 158 yards.
Yeah. But was he? Where did he go?
All right, so no one's requesting a trade. Sorry, because they could operate with
100%.
Tank Dell, Nico, and
Yeah.
Diggs.
And then Mechie is your, because Mechie was what
He was a second round
he's second
pick.
round, but I thought he was a high pick. Yeah,
He was. He was good coming out of Alabama.
Heck yeah.
Might still be good.
It was just he dealing with the whole cancer scare, bro.
He would be the perfect guy to throw in the mix of Quez Watkins, Marquez Callaway,
boy, what?
and Mims, and upside guys.
And low key, you probably would feel better about his chances than the others because you're like, yo, I haven't seen you suck. I just seen you have a cancer scare. And that was everything that changed this dynamic. This was your first year of really back. So, yeah. Because Diggs coming there that's legit. He's going to get his touches, his targets, he's the contract, he got what he got. So that's what comes with this. And we know Diggs will want his touches. Regardless of if he eating, regardless of the team, it don't matter. He going to want that. So, yeah.
Could he sabotage Stroud?
Well, that's what they saying. They said if it don't work down there, then it's definitely Diggs. You know how to do the receivers. Oh, 3 stops and you're out. Oh, Odell, you did it. AB, you did it. Yeah, they hit him with that. It's like, bro, I get it. Like, Dad, they passionate, man. And when the camera on you and you in big games, absolutely. Everybody's going to nitpick and go through every little thing. But, they still fire. Like, you want them. You'd rather have them than not have them. Yeah. But when they start tripping, just go get the younger versions. And then when they start tripping, then you will get the younger version. Just keep resetting the clock on it.
Well, I guess they had to probably make that trade because they don't have a pick this year, right?
Who?
The Texans. Because
I don't know.
They traded back into the first round to get that number 3 pick.
Because you did Will
Anderson.
Yeah, Will Anderson.
You did Stroud and Anderson back to back.
Yeah, good talk.
To get one of those elite receivers to pair up with Stroud, this is probably their best route to do it.
Yeah, good talk on that.
Because I don't even do they even have a second round pick this year? They had to trade the future one.
I don't know what the Texans have in terms of draft. All I know is as long as they stay healthy this year, they should feel like really good about what they got coming back out there, though, bro. In terms of you got your quarterback, you upgraded your running back, you got receivers, defense, 100%,
quarterback
bro.
On the rookie contract.
Yeah, and that's why you could make the move and even take on a Diggs deal with all this because you still got the young quarterback. Josh that's contract money, man. Yeah.
All right. Do we got to worry about TG here? What's
He's running below, huh? He already hit me up
perfect.
though, so we waiting on him. But yeah, shout out to you though, Mike Hood. We ain't forget my dog. We ain't forget TG. Hey.
Rico Costa has joined the upper room.
Shout out to Rico Costa and welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Joey Weaver, I know we dabbing it up. Represent Northeast Wisconsin.
Shout out.
We got more for Claypool than the Bills got for Diggs. Do you think the Steelers were interested?
I don't know, but it's not apples to apples. You got to remember, Claypool was on a rookie deal, and he wasn't over 30 as well. It's just a lot more with the Diggs deal in terms of he still has 4 years, including this year, remaining on that contract. That's going to pay him, I think it was on average.
Probably 25
So it's
or
like
something,
20.
right?
I think it was 24 he was getting on average when he was at 24. So it's like, that's a big number to just take on, man. So yes, in theory, we did receive more draft compensation for Claypool, but at the same time, Claypool didn't have nowhere near the baggage going over there either. So that's why, like I said, I don't feel like it's just a true apples to apples scenario with that because Diggs, like we talked about, 31 and the contract and the remaining years on it as well, man. So
I got some confirmation on what the Texans got this year
in
terms of picks. David Decker says no first-round pick.
Okay.
But Zick Shazier says they have the Browns picks. Remember, the Browns
From the
legit
Osweiler?
built the new Texans dynasty.
Oh, the Deshaun Watson. Yeah, the
Browns
Watson
is
move.
the Browns.
Good call. It was the Watson move. Good call. I like it.
Oh,
I like
my
it.
God. That's crazy.
Dang.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
Well, at least the Browns did good this year, so they ain't picking, super early like normal.
Yeah, that has to be their peak for this little era that they have, right? That has to be their peak. I don't see them getting any better.
See, that's the funny part. You said that's their peak. I'm like, I look at them like how I looked at us. You did this with how many different quarterbacks last year? because it's a quarterback-driven league.
I think their team's only going to be getting worse, though. And the question is, does Deshaun Watson ever get back to what he was? Because he's been bad.
No, he has been.
He's been
100%. And that's what I'm saying. It's like, as bad as it is without a quarterback, without Nick Chubb from the first, week 2 of the season?
Like, is he going to be any better, though, going forward?
But this is what I'm saying. With all of that, Nick Chubb wasn't out there this year. He got hurt versus us. Watson. He was terrible, and then he got hurt. It's like they still was doing all this, man. That's why I'm just like, all you got to do is find this quarterback, bro.
But that contract's going to kill them.
No, it is.
It's absolutely going to kill them. Because
they still got 3 years left on that deal, too.
At some point, because his cap hit, I think, was supposed to be like $57 million.
It was crazy this year, yeah.
Yeah, and then, now they situated. One of these years, it's going to be like $100 million contract, and you're not going to be able to do anything about it.
If they can
extend
in the draft audit, they got to hit in this draft each and every time. That's the one thing that I thought last year we said, man, they've been hitting with the drafts.
They got
like
JOK,
they have to hit with the draft.
Greg Newsome.
Yeah. Because free agency for them is dead. But it's like if they can just pick up the right pieces in the draft, buy some time. But for them,
that Jerry Jeudy pickup looks terrible.
100%.
That was so bad.
Unless Watson figures out how to get back to what it used to look like, it's like, bro, you're stuck because you don't have a quarterback, and that costs a lot of money right now, man.
Okay, that was Joey Weaver. That's Dresden. In my opinion, Pickens is going to be uber noisy shortly. What for, though?
Lack of targets, maybe. The usual.
We're already predicting lack of targets.
No. But when I say lack of targets,
look like exactly?
When I say lack of targets, I mean like this. I think of number one receivers. Like we talk about Diggs. Diggs done led the league in like targets. You know what I mean? Just attempts. You know what I mean? So it's like with certain number one receivers, AB. It's like, he was going to get a ton of targets, a ton of attempts. It's like, could there be a scenario where our offense isn't played that way, where we're volume passing it to him? I think that's a reality. And could it be a scenario where he's frustrated because of the lack of targets? Or he's saying to himself, man, other number ones, or when Deontay Johnson was here, he got force fed. They're two different styles, though. Deontay's volume catches is because of the short area quickness and how he separates. But for GP, he's a down the grass guy. So for him, not saying that that's the case, but could it happen? It's like, that's all. That's how I thought of it. I hope it doesn't, though. I definitely hope it don't. We don't need that. We need GP to be happy, man. And a part of the squad.
I'd like to think as long as the offense is doing good and we're winning, he'll be staying low key, because we got to see that Week 18 against Baltimore last year. I don't think he got any targets, but Mason looked good. Offense looked good. We won the game. Now, the case against that is we had a similar scenario against Atlanta in 2022 where we were running the shit out of the ball. I think didn't we have like 250 on the ground? Yeah, there was no reason to force the pass. And he got a little upset on the sidelines. But that was rookie Pickens. This is second-year Pickens. That's how he handled it in Baltimore, second year. Maybe he's grown up a little bit. And now, we got a Russ in there. I think he's going to be all right. Yeah. Would I be surprised if he's not all right? No, not at all. But
see, that's why I just said.
I wouldn't be surprised.
It's wide receivers, bro.
I think he's trending in the right direction, though.
I love wide receivers.
In terms of maturity.
These are wide receivers, bro. Love them all, but this is how they are. You know this, bro. They good, bro. You need them, though. Yeah. But it's just, they got some, you got to work with them.
At Dresden, the impact receivers will all be gone by the mid-second, in my opinion. Unless Corley's there in the third. This Corley guy, dude, I'm telling you.
You like him?
I do.
Okay.
He's legit.
Now, I've heard his name a couple times. Heck yeah.
Young Poppy Benito, what do you think of Mike Sanders still in the third? Sure. I don't think he's going to be there. But, we were drafting that slot corner from Florida State, or a lot of the mock drafts drafting him. Yeah, Jones. I think Sanders Hill's boat is the best slot corner in this draft. Yeah. But a lot of people got him going in the second. Gotcha. I don't know if he'll be there in the third. But third's a good spot to take a slot corner.
Man, I'm telling you, I like Jerry and Jones, man.
I like him too. I like him. I'm not bothered by either or.
Yeah.
Sean McCartney, love looking at all the draft prospects. Even if you don't pick them, you never know if they'll end up on your team. One example for me is an Elliott. Loved what I saw when he ended up with us.
Ooh, respect. Okay. I like that.
That's a good point.
That. Heck yeah. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, man. It's fun for me, man. I feel like it keeps me up to date with all the new cats that's coming into the league. Because it's like, every year you got a fresh wave, but it's like, bro, we know about so many of these dudes because of these processes, man.
Yeah, we are getting to the point, though, where a bunch of these dudes that came in whenever we first started the podcast, we're more familiar with now that they're hitting free agency or becoming available, like an Isaiah Simmons.
Man, we're like, oh, yeah, we can bring him on, and we're very familiar with his game. We played in college, yep.
S. Dresden, D-line is suspect against the run. We are slow in the secondary and do not have a true number one receiver. I do not consider center our greatest need.
Suspect against the run is still you have a person that can play it. Right? Slow secondary, you still got corners, you still got
I don't think we're slow in secondary at all.
But I'm just saying in general, though, you got a Dante Jackson, you got a JPJ, you got a Deshaun Elliott, you got a Minka Fitzpatrick. I would just, once again, simply ask Dresden, who is your center? Tell me James Daniels, and then tell me how many snaps of center he's played professionally and when the last time that happened. It did tell me again, that's not our greatest need. That's my only disconnect with you on that one, man. Them other spots, bro, we got people. We got D linemen. You still got Kim, you still got Larry Ogunjobi. You still got Keanu Benton. We don't have a center at all right now, baby. Like at all. That's my whole thing, baby. At all.
Spencer Anderson.
At all, baby. You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying right now? I like Spencer though.
Yeah.
If you had to choose tomorrow, who you gonna put out there, Spencer Anderson or James Daniels? Yep.
Daniels didn't do good for us last year, and he hasn't been a center in a minute. Wasn't Anderson working out of center last year? I try him out first.
Yeah.
Everyone's on a short leash.
Yeah.
Go from him to Herbig, him to Daniels, whatever it is.
That's why we say we need a center.
We need a center.
We need a center, bro. We need a center. It's like, yo, who are we just putting who?
I'd go with Anderson, though, to answer your question.
So put Herbig out there. Yeah, I am prime. Put Herbig out there. There you go. Just throw him out there. Yep, there you go. We need a center. Y'all all answered our questions. We need a center, baby.
Sean McCartney, I know we need a receiver, but I'm comfortable with Van as wide receiver too. Though the Rams had Puka when Kupp was out, Van was that guy, especially if we run more two wide receiver sets.
Very true. I'm glad you brought up Puka because he's the one who kind of stepped up, and that changed a lot of just how the Rams were able to mitigate the loss of Cooper Kupp. Typically, if we would, before the season started, if we would have said it's going to be Puka Nacua and Van Jefferson out there, no Cooper Kupp, we all would have been like, absolutely not.
He was with the Falcons last year, no?
Excuse me, you're right. Good call on that. He was down there.
But even bringing up Puka.
Yeah, good call, yeah. Because you're right. He was in L.A. the year before. Was he in L.A.? He was in Atlanta the whole time, yeah. He wasn't traded down there. No, he was, bro. He was. He went mid-season.
Middle of the season?
Yeah, he went mid-season.
That might have happened.
Yep. He definitely went mid-season, bro. So that's the thing. It's like Puka stepped up in a big-time way. And what Puka was doing out there was playing like wide receiver one. And that's why the production was there. And that's obviously, why he got the Pro Bowl and everything else with that.
Yeah, he was traded 5 games into the season.
Yeah.
He was with the Rams first 5 games.
Yeah, so that's kind of how I thought of it like that in the sense of that player in Puka just really stepped up to a whole nother level that he wasn't supposed to be viewed as.
Okay, so forget everything I said there. He's bringing up a good point.
Yeah.
And you're bringing up a good point too.
But if GP, well, we still gonna be.
I don't feel great about him being wide receiver.
Yeah, I'm trying to talk myself into it. Yeah.
Could an offense operate well with him being wide receiver too? Yeah, I actually think it could. But I think that's going to be more due to our running game.
Yeah.
And maybe utilizing the tight ends and stuff. Cordell Patterson being involved. Like I think it's less about what we're doing in the passing game and bombing it out and stuff. And it's just he's there. And if you had to say this is one of our weaknesses on offense, you'd point to him. You want to upgrade it, but you can only do so much from a roster building standpoint that I think we could live with it. We could live with it.
I was about to say, we would either say we could live with it or he's not killing us.
But
that's what
we got a whole draft ahead of it. This isn't like the roster is set as is
Yeah.
heading into the season. No, we have multiple ways to upgrade that wide receiver too.
Yeah.
And we should do that.
I'm with you on
I think
that,
we
bro.
should.
I'm with you on that. Hold on. We skipped one. I'm getting real quick. Mike Hood. Shout out to you, Mike Hood. One time for the culture. And he says, salute to all. Just some support and trust. Con and the front office, they got a plan. And he says, cheers. Cheers. So shout out to you, baby. Cheers on that one as well. But yeah, man, you got to trust the front office, man. They definitely got a plan. The way Omar's been cooking, I'm trusting everything he want to throw out there right now, man.
I am prime. This is Eric Rowe and Corey Trice season. Need money for the offense.
Nothing wrong with that. Just understand with that, just your risk versus reward, right? Or not risk versus reward, just you're not paying a big premium for Corey Trice, right? 7th rounder, tore the ACL. Not paying a big premium for Eric Rowe. Part of why you're not paying a big premium on them is because at this stage they're not viewed league-wide as starter, day one, put them out there, can't go wrong. So with that, can you still win with Eric Rowe starting and Corey Trice starting? 100% you can. But is there still a higher probability that those guys could be limited in terms of production? Could those guys limit us in terms of them having to be the guys for an expanded 17-plus postseason? Just got to understand what it costs to get in with them. That's the risk reward element of it. So it's like, yeah, we can enjoy the fact that we're not spending money on that. But as I've talked about with Deke multiple times, man, cheaper is not always better. And that's what we do got to realize with some of that. But they both dope players. They both have helped us out. In terms of Eric Rowe, we know Corey Trice got hurt, but Eric Rowe came in and made plays for us, man. But at the same time, when he was out there, was our defense very simplified? Yes. Do I think we could play 17 games in a simplified defense like that? I personally don't. And we kind of got a chance to see some of that as the postseason started. You can't keep doing the same things. And part of that was because of the injuries, right?
Yeah, those linebackers being gone killed us.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely killed us.
So that's just me. That's me.
Zay Breezy, the last free agent moves are bring in Simmons, bring back Pat P, and sign OBJ.
Respect. I wanted to specifically ask you about Pat P too, man, because obviously he had did some talking and he was saying how, definitely interested, potentially coming back to the Steelers, still wants to play and stuff like that. But he had a caveat. He's like, yo, I want to come back to play corner. He's like, if you just want me to come back and be a full-time safety, he's like, that's something that I have to really think on because of, and he brought it up. He says, tackling at corner, you're cutting guys in half, outside in is just way simpler. He said at safety, you don't get that. It's one-on-one, and you're the last line of defense, and it's just a different mindset. We kind of felt like that watching it. But hearing him say it, that's the part where you're just like, okay, we just got to understand what role specifically would we want him back in. Do you want him only out there at corner?
Well, we don't need him at safety anymore.
Because we've talked about him at both spots, and obviously we know last year we felt like some of his better ball was at the safety spot, but he still wants to play corner.
Yeah, I don't know how great I feel about that. Feel about that. Yeah, I mean, he could play slot and be a versatile piece for us, but I think his highest upside would be cornerback 3. It'd be like Levi Wallace, I guess, but maybe more ability to play in the slot.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's worth it.
How much did he get last year? Because he wasn't crazy expensive.
Nah, if he's open to that,
yeah,
maybe that's fine. And
or you're saying,
the other part of it though is
like, does he even want to come back in that role versus
being
deemed as like
and take on the potential to be benched like just flat out midway through the season?
Yeah,
in hopes that maybe one of these corners that we draft emerge or like a Corey Trice emerges and like we have to just give them more snaps.
Yeah,
like that's kind of how I see him for next year and like how he could be of value to us. And I guess just an insurance policy mentor for JPJ. Like there's things he brings to the table, but I don't feel great about him on the field being like that reliant on him after that standpoint.
Yeah, and that's kind of how I felt.
Because that's a critical role. We're talking about CB3.
Yeah.
That could be a critical role.
Yeah.
Maybe you do bounce outside a few times, but I think that CB3 for us right now, as it sits, would be on that inside. He says he could do it.
That's what he said.
But how much was he playing slot like that last year? I don't remember because I thought he was just doing some of the outside stuff and then the safety.
Yeah.
I don't think he got
like he got some
that much
slot reps,
opportunity in slot.
Yeah, I feel like that was like early. Then after that, we was already making the transition.
I feel like that's what I'm worried about the most with him though, because you're going up against the
faster, quicker guys, and that's kind of what he struggled with. Across the middle of the
field where they could go either way.
Yeah, that's what he was struggling with last year. Was
if it's just down the field stuff, a dude running a vert, all right, I can trust you with that.
Anytime it was breaking in,
it was like the drag routes, the stuff over the middle, slants.
That was it, bro. That was it. TG just hit me, so good on this end, man. So yeah, y'all hit that like button one time on the front end, and don't forget to subscribe either before we transition to getting the homie TG on the line. But yeah, that was definitely.
What do you think?
If he didn't say what he said about some of the tackling, I feel a lot better about it. But it was just that part that had me like, that's what I'm concerned about the most with you, baby. Yeah, because I need to know, like, I need you to go do that. I need you to go fill that A gap, or not the A gap. I need you to, when it's that alley, I need you to get that, man.
Be time.
Yeah, that's literally it, man. But I like it if he's open to it. But if he's not, then yeah. And it was kind of loud right there. I'm gonna turn that down a little bit.
Hello?
Hello. Can you hear me over there?
What's up, man? How we feeling? What's happening?
All right. There we go. Getting a little audio situated over here. So, ladies and gents, boys and girls, children of all ages, we got the one and only Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, former West Virginia Mountaineer, almost heaven, and more importantly, my mother freaking locker mate.
Yeah.
We talking about the one only Terence Garvin, a.k.a. TG. TG, what's the word?
What's happening?
Bro, so we got
crazy out here right now.
Bro, we got so much to talk. We got so much to talk to you about. So let's get right into it. Your reaction, Diggs trade. Get it off your chest, man.
I thought it was a good trade. I thought Buffalo to me. I know you'll love this.
Let's get right into it, man. Come on.
I thought Buffalo won that trade.
Because
I'm like, yes, you get rid of a Diggs, and like it's a Diggs, but you get to a second round pick. You lose the headache. I don't want to call it a headache, but you lose the headache. You lose the money, but you can go get you a nice receiver. I think it says I believe in my quarterback. I believe in my quarterback so much that he can still get done what we need to get done.
Dang, TG, we need to call you more often, bro. God, dog, you talking like that, bro? Hey, man.
That's not one of my favorite, but I think it say I believe.
I know. No. I definitely know. I just didn't know you was because Diggs from he a Maryland cat, so I just didn't know how you was gonna feel about that part of it. I mean, you even said that it was a little bit of a headache. I was surprised. I'm like, bro, you said that. I didn't know you was gonna go there with it, bro.
He did always bring up over the last couple of years when there'd be little rumors about Diggs popping up. TG would always let you know.
I thought they was gonna let that Diggs go though, man. Yeah. Like I really did. I'm a Diggs fan. I think Diggs is a taller Tavon. I always called him a taller Tavon. But
I like that. I can see that.
He's a taller Tavon. I've seen Diggs since high school. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I felt that speed. So I think he's elite. I just feel like I think that's the business aspect. You know what I mean? You guys think what he was getting like 19, 20 million this year?
Bro, he was getting 24. Yeah, bro.
That's a lot of M's. Like, you know what I mean? Like what they get and what they got. They got like because I think the pick they got, like I seen it. And it was like it's not only the second, but it's like the top of the second.
Yeah.
Like
well, it's next year.
It's gonna be next year.
You know what I mean? That's where you get a like Le'Veon, or like you know what I mean? Like
okay.
Like I seen a Martavius go later than that. I've seen you with me?
No, Martavius went fourth.
Yeah, Tate went way later. I'm with you, but no, I know exactly what you're saying. 100%, you get some fire in a second. 100%.
I'm okay with it.
Okay. Now, what about from Houston side then? Because we said Houston, man, you know, they had talent down there. Tank Dell, Nico Collins, Mechie and stuff. But what's your thoughts on it from their side then?
On defense?
No. For the Texans, how you feel like the Texans in terms of the trade? How you feel like did they win it as well? They feeling good about their spot? Yeah.
I got a Nico. I think you got because what's my man named Miko that was dealing with the heart situation last year?
Mechie had the heart situation. Yeah.
You got a Mechie. You still got a Tank Dell in there.
Yeah, but he coming back from injury though. Remember your man GP? He was a little nervous about that. He said he don't want that to happen to him. Yeah.
You still got a Dalton Schultz in there that you're not talking about.
Shout out to Dalton.
Tight end, that Cowboy tight end.
They brought in a Joe Mixon.
They picked up running back from the
Joe Mixon from the Bengals.
Joe Mixon.
Yeah.
But you know how this is. On paper, all of it look good. on paper, it all look good. Like I know you got a quarterback. You got a quarterback, but we got year 2 quarterback. Let's find out who he is.
Ooh, more tape on him now. Okay.
I like him, but let's make sure that's who he is. You know how that year 2 goes.
Okay. So let me find out, TG. You learning from your whole Aaron Rodgers, they gonna win it all. You want to wait? You said it sound good on paper, huh?
Yeah, like you know how this thing go, man. You know I was all about Aaron.
Yeah.
I thought you said you'd take Stroud over Josh Allen last year at some point.
I think you said that too. Yeah, I thought you said that. This is something said.
I don't think I never said that.
You definitely said Dak. You definitely said Dak.
You said Dak. You said Dak. You said Dak.
You said Dak.
I said Dak over Stroud.
No, over Josh. You said Dak over Josh.
Well, and I guess that would mean Dak over Stroud too.
In theory, yeah. Yeah, in theory, yeah.
You know what? I'd still take Dak over Josh. Man.
Oh my god!
If I said it, I meant it. If I said it, that's what I meant.
If I said it, I meant it. You know what?
I said it, I meant it.
I'm taking Stroud over Dak right now. Like Dak's, oh man. Yeah, who are you taking? Stroud versus Dak?
I mean, listen. I don't know who Stroud is for me to comment on that.
Yeah, it's just 1 year so far, bro.
Like I've seen rookies be rookie elites and come back and look like different humans. Like, let me make sure that's who he is. You know, like let me make sure. Like it's nothing like success. Like some people handle it well, some people don't handle it well. Let's find out who he is first. There's a lot of tape out there on him too. You know what I mean? I don't like the roll to the right. I like the roll to the left. Different stuff like. Let's see who he is.
Struggles versus 2 men. Oh, he can't see this right here. Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, they have 200 snaps of him, and they're going to look at every snap and see what defense it was and which one didn't work and which one did work, and they're going to see what it is.
And and just in Dak's defense, I will always say it's a lot harder once you've reached the level that he's reached to in terms of how we view him as, you're a top 10, you're in that combo now. The expectations surrounding him, Dak still threw for what? Damn near 4,000 yards last year? 30 plus 30s?
Like
think about that. And we're like, yo, he's trash. That's all I'm saying, bro. But that's all I'm saying. It's like, if that's what he's doing, but that's the new expectation for Dak, how long is it going to take for CJ Stroud's expectation to jump? Because he's a first rounder, too. So it's only, we didn't say you do out the dribble. What's the next thing?
You just got to perform in the playoffs. For Dak, you just got to step up.
I mean, that's like you really just said that's real though. Like the expectations is what gets you.
Yeah, it's the expectations.
I don't mean to be like this, but I always say like if Dak's not in Dallas, is that a different Dak?
Like 1,000%. We don't view Dak the same way if he's not in Dallas. But you don't get to dictate that either. That's the other part.
Yeah, that's not your choice, but the pressure of Dallas is crazy. Yeah. Like
it's literally Super Bowl or you're god awful, bro. Yeah. That's what the standard is.
They're talking about firing him after being the number 1 seed overall.
Yeah, think about that, bro.
It's like, man, like he really. Everybody's jumping on Dallas right now. Like they didn't do nothing this offseason. Like they didn't have talent-wise the best team in the league last year. You know what I mean? They're like, we don't need to do nothing.
We just got to be us. If we do what we supposed to do,
we just need to find a way to finish.
Yeah.
Like, you know. So that's kind of my thing. But I don't know. It's tough, man. It's tough. That quarterback position is different now. Like I think with them being so much more protected, I think now it makes the position, dare I say, even harder. Like I think as they were trying to make it easier, I think they made it harder because now you have no room for error. Yeah, they're like, I don't care about none of that. Win now or go home.
Facts.
You know. And then it's not like before, like a Brett Favre might get knocked out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or you know, like I don't like people not really getting knocked out of this game. Like it's like, nah, he gonna be in. You can't really hit him anyway.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, respect. So I guess I would say this then, man, in terms of to finish up the Diggs convo specifically, does this move change any in terms of the power levels of the Texans? Does this move them up, move them down for the Bills? Does this move them up, move them down? How do you feel about this move in terms of just the overall outlook of the AFC now?
Honestly, it didn't. It don't move me like how it moved. Like it didn't move me. I think Diggs is an all-star. I think he is. I never will take that. But I just don't. It just didn't move me like that. It didn't move. I don't think it moves the needle as much
as people think. Yeah, I would agree.
You know?
I would agree, man.
Like, I think it's just, I'll be real. I just think it's NFL offseason. Like, I think, all right, you go here, now you're here. Like, you're going to see another name coming to that Buffalo that you're not thinking about right now. That's a nice pick. Let's go get a receiver. And, like,
that's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, you get you a first-round pick, you're not tripping on the receiver no more.
Yeah.
Especially as much as we talk about these wide receivers. Yeah.
That's a super early second. That's a first.
Yeah.
That's borderline a first. You know?
But here's the thing, TG. They're not going to be able to make that pick till next year. That second-round pick's next year.
So it's like right now they got the first, 28th overall. They got 2/3. They have first, 2/3, 2/4. I want to say.
So they don't even have their second this year.
No second. Nah.
So that's so that
get rid of that second.
That was in a trade. I want to say last year, draft day.
Okay.
So that pick they just got
to move up. I want to say it was in
one of
the ones to move up. Right? Yeah. Like I said, the big thing this year for them, man, is like I said, you move on from the disgruntled element of it, and this is the final year of the contract from a money standpoint that the Bills are on the hook for. Then after that, the Texans got it for the next 4 years or 3 years that are remaining, not including this season. So that's the conversation with it. Now, like I said, in terms of that second-round pick, they'll use that next year. But in terms of this year, you still got you a first-round pick. You still got assets that if you want to move up in the draft further in the first round, you can do that. The big thing with Buffalo this year was, bro, they were in the red from a cap standpoint. You know when you got that quarterback, you got about 3 years, and after that, you got to start making moves. He was the last move. Yeah, and
to be real, they didn't win with this team, like not to be like
he was going to get moved on anyways, yeah.
They didn't win with this team, though, you know?
No,
and the name of the game is you got to win with that team that you get. They didn't win with that team, you know?
And look, and that was the thing for me also where I was thinking when they when they left Diggs on the roster, was it last week when we talked about it or 2 weeks ago, and this contract became guaranteed for this year? That's when I thought that they were going to get rid of the Dawson Knox because he's another tight end in terms of just the double-digit money and stuff like that, clear up some space. But problem is, Dawson Knox is quiet. He's not tripping. He's not making any type of headways, whereas like we said with Diggs, that's a part of it as well. So, like I said, man, it come with it, bro. But shout out to Diggs, though, man. Shout out to him, man.
I mean, I think everybody, when he's going to love Houston, like, it don't get no better than that, right?
Hey, Diggs a rock star, baby. Diggs do this.
Hey.
He do this.
He's going to be a rock star. How far is that from Dallas? Like 2 hours?
His brother down there, it ain't too far.
You know what I mean? You go see your brother in Dallas. Like, it just, I mean, I think it's one of them things, like, jokingly, like, I think he asked for it too. Like
low key,
all them, like people see that stuff. Like
him and his brother been on it, you know it.
Yeah, free my brother and free me, and just that's a lot. You know, you're not happy. I'm sure it's something we can do.
Yeah,
you know, like leaving the locker room, the stuff. Like even though it might not be drama and everybody loves everybody, and you always stand with yours, it's kind of like it's just unnecessary headlines that you got to deal with.
Yeah,
you know. And that might not be what they're going for right now. Like, maybe they're like, look, we not winning with it. Let's go ahead and make it good.
Yeah.
You know?
Yep. And then, like we said, man, 30 over 30. That's another part of it. So all of it goes into it, man. Respect though.
Is he over 30? Is he 30?
They said the boy 31, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Time goes.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Fast.
I was like, it's like Diggs ain't 31. It's like, oh yeah, I guess he is, huh?
Diggs been in the league a long time.
Low
The
key.
Minneapolis
Yeah.
Miracle
He'll be
was a
31
minute
in the
ago.
middle of the season.
He turned 31 middle of the year. Yeah.
Well, we the same age type.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
The Minneapolis Miracle was a long time ago, bro.
It was. That's nuts though, bro. Cause I
That was
low
a
key remember
long
him coming
time.
out of college, and you're like, "Yo, you're 30. What? You're 30."
I remember him coming. But you know what? Not to be like this, not to claim I'm old, but I played him in college,
Oh,
like a couple times. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
that boy said not to claim that I'm old, but
yeah, I don't want to make me sound old, but I played him in high school. Like, so yeah, you're in my frat of people. Like, yeah, you graduated like, yeah, you know, I ain't trying
that's
to get my
crazy.
age,
Yeah, no,
but-
don't drop the numbers. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But
Jeez.
I played him in high school. Like, you know.
All right. Respect on that there, man. Respect. All right. Well, keeping it with the NFL theme right now, man. We know top 30 draft pre-draft visits are going on right now.
Say it again.
We know right now in the top 30 NFL pre-draft visits, right? You know, each team could, we get 30 sets visits that we could visit with any of these college kids we want to come in. So
Yeah.
when we talk about the criteria for Steelers first round picks or just Steelers draft picks, right? Usually it's like, they got some type of combine meeting, pro day appearance, and one of these top 30 visits, right? That's just the history of the Steelers when you go back and look at their draft picks.
How do you do it?
So this past week, they had a top 30 meeting with Michael Penix Jr., quarterback out of Washington. So it obviously sparked a lot of conversation. Why are
Did
you
it happen? Or is it
Yeah,
just,
it did happen.
It already
Yeah,
happened?
It already happened.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so it was like, why are you meeting with a quarterback? Why Michael Penix Jr.? And is there a scenario where we could take a quarterback in the first round? What are your thoughts on this Michael Penix Jr. meeting and everything that's with this, man?
I think that's super Steeler-esque. Like, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring this in, too. You know what I mean? And just make sure, like, I think it says, like, we're trying to win. I think it says, I don't care what at the helm. I'm trying to win.
No stone
I think
unturned.
I think it says we're going to make sure everything is we know what everything's going on in this draft. Like, we're good. We're good with what we got, our pick, what we decide, we're good with, you know? I think it says nobody should feel that comfortable, you know? Don't get too comfortable, like, you know? Don't seek comfort. Like, I will still give me a quarterback if I had to, like, you know? So, I mean, they're not going to pick a quarterback in the first. I highly doubt that. But, like, they don't have no money just tied up into nothing that they have to say, I can't pick a quarterback in the first either. You know what I mean?
And the other dynamic is this, or the other variable is this. None of the quarterbacks on the roster are on the roster any longer than this season. It's all
Yeah,
right
1-year
now.
deals.
Yeah,
all of them are 1-year
none of
deals
their
right now,
contracts
man.
go past that.
It just says competition. Like, it says, like, let's figure it out. I'm looking for the best of the best that I can get. And if I don't pick him, I know who he is to play against him. Like, but I just need to I need to see who you are. Like, you interested.
Where do you
It's
think
something that
Penix goes?
What round?
I think Penix is in that first. I think he stays in that first. I think you got to remember, like, Penix is left-handed. Like, that's like
Stay
as
like
much
that.
as it's like
He's a weirdo. Yeah, he got the left hand
he's
release.
different.
Yeah,
Like, he's
it's
different. Like, he's left-handed. I think his knocks is like, I think the knocks that they give him, not to be like this, but like they say things like he is injury prone a little bit. That's a knock. I think the knock, a big knock was he don't run. And I'm like, you got to remember, this is Penix from Indiana. Like, he used to take off all the time. Like, that's one of the reasons
He got 2 ACLs.
Yeah, like, I'm like, no, this is an athlete now. Like, just do know that.
What your boy run? What your boy run that 40 in, man?
He ran that 4.5.
Oh, talking.
If you know what a 4.5 is, you know that's flying.
That's a flying human. Okay.
It's a flying human.
Flying.
But I mean, I'm not. I'm not all the way. Like, I like Penix. That's not my favorite, you know?
Talk
So it's like,
what we want to know, though, is Penix versus J.J. McCarthy versus Bo Nix, that class. Like, how do you view him versus those guys? Because we do think he's different than
J.J. McCarthy.
Okay.
You know, I like J.J. Like, I like J.J. I'm not really super high on Bo. Like, that's totally fell out. And Bo's old, too.
Mm-hmm.
No shots, but Bo's a little bit older. Like, I think Bo's the Will Levis of this year. Like, Bo just kind of falls.
Okay.
You kind of see him later. You see
Yeah.
him get picked a little bit later. You know?
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like Penix. Like, I mean, I'm not saying like him, but I'm not just his favorite. But I think he's intriguing. You know what I mean? That lefty, that, you know, he did air it out. I've heard him talk a couple times.
Yeah.
He got a big arm. He got a nice brain.
Mm-hmm.
He can think. He's mature. He's a little bit older too now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not no spring chicken either. He's a little bit older too. But
Facts.
I mean, I like JJ. I don't mean to get on the hype. He's a Michigan guy. I've seen the greatest quarterback ever come out of there. He won a natty. He's competed in high level games. I just seen him do stuff that I think I can hang my hat on that it'll work in the NFL. And I think he has a big arm. I'm cool with him.
How high do you have JJ?
I think JJ slides in that top 5.
I agree with you, but like, where do you have him? Where do you have him versus like May and Daniels or even Caleb?
I mean, Caleb's the best. It go Caleb, then it go Drake, then it go JJ to me.
I think I'd agree with you on that right now.
And then I go Michael Penix after that.
I'd actually agree with you on that too.
I like it. I like
Me
it.
and TG.
I like it, man. I like it. Hey, that's music to my ears. However it needs to happen, I need all them quarterbacks going in that top 5, top 6. All them going there, man.
But let me say this: I don't think that Drake is. I think Drake is a nice quarterback, man. Like,
Drake, nice.
You know,
Yeah.
I think Drake is like gonna be a really, really good quarterback.
Some people say
And
he's better than Caleb.
I think all the pressure's on Caleb. I don't mean to be like that. I think Drake can kind of be like, nobody wanted. You know, I was the other guy, and that works sometimes.
Now, how do you feel about the commentary though when they say that Drake May just gives you more of a higher, consistent floor at quarterback play, whereas when we say with Caleb, it's more of the improvisation. It's, you know, more of the hero stuff where you see him really excel, and that's why he gets the kind of Mahomes label to him. Does that make you feel one way or the other?
Caleb's exciting, man. Caleb's the bad chick at the club. Like, we've been seeing that for a long time. You know what I mean? Caleb.
Why you gotta talk like you talk, TG? Come on, man.
Yeah,
What's
I'm
that the
just
baddie
saying,
at the
like-
club? You know that one over there. Deke, you know that one over there.
You
Deke,
know, like-
you walk by her every week. You see her every week. You know what she drinks, and you've never talked to her, but you know what she drinks. You're like, yep, that's her drink. Yep, that's what she likes.
We was
Yep,
watching
yep.
Caleb on prime
There
time
can definitely be
Saturdays.
some
Like,
jokes to be had right now.
I think the thing about Drake is, like, we wasn't seeing that as much, you know, but Drake's a superstar. Drake had a better year. Like, Drake, you remember, I kind of was telling you about quarterbacks in the middle of last year.
All right.
Drake wasn't.
Come on, TG. That's why we come to you for this.
Yeah, like 2 years ago, Drake would have been the number one. Like, it wasn't nothing to talk about. You'd have been like, man, that North Carolina boy is a bad boy.
Yeah.
Like, Sam Howell has totally fell out. You know what I mean? He's another good one that you can get late in this combo. I know that's how we talk. But it's some, like, you can get some guys. There's some all right quarterbacks that come help your team. But I think Drake is a guy that he's a starter. You know what I mean? He comes in this league, he starts. I think Drake's like kind of like Josh Allen a little bit.
Okay. I can see that.
Yeah. He got some Josh Allen. Like, he got that big arm. He's a more polished Josh Allen than me.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like
in terms of his
he's got
pocket
that big
passing,
boy arm.
definitely.
Yeah. He'll take off on you, though.
Oh, he will.
That's what I'm saying. Like, he'll take off on you.
Well, that's why when you said the Josh Allen, I'm like, I definitely could see that comparison. I like that one. Y'all be trying to compare some everybody's with Josh, and I don't always agree with y'all. When y'all be like, oh, yeah, that's like Josh right there. Be like, no, he stayed 3 years. No, it took it. No, but that one is like, I can see that one. Drake May, I can see that
like
one.
Josh.
Yeah.
You know what? I messed up. Because I put JJ in that 4 slot, and you know I love that man. I forgot about that man.
Oh, Joe Milton.
Joe
Milton.
My language.
He gonna put Joe Milton. He about to say Joe.
You know I love
He's
that
gonna
man.
say Joe
Over
Milton, bro.
JJ McCarthy.
He is about to say Joe Milton.
JJ.
I told you, bro.
You know I love that man.
No, he's gonna say it, bro. He love Joe Milton. That's his guy.
That
Come on,
mutant
bro.
up the street. I love that.
That's his guy.
I don't care who he throws.
You take him top 10.
Man, yes.
Oh my God. Well, if you said JJ's going top 5, I guess you take him top 5 too. Come on.
I love it.
You didn't see the backflip?
Hey, look.
I don't
the
agree with your
backflip?
QB list now.
The
see the
highlight,
backflip?
the highlight clips from Joe Milton are fire. My
Yeah,
only
well,
issue is when you
bro.
just put the game on. You just like, yo, start the tape from just start to finish.
Who
Just
you
put the
throwing
game.
to? He got a couple. I don't know who you throwing to. I'm with you. I looked at it. I've been watching.
Yeah,
You see, I've gotten a little bit more quiet about it, but I'm still saying
like, yo.
he's still the mutant. He's AR this year.
TG, talk about. Just you said he got a couple of what type of throws out there? What you
He
call
got
them?
a couple like I don't know who you looking at.
That to me is an issue, man.
I don't know
That's
who
an
or
issue.
what you're looking at.
Yes, it
You know what I
pops up. Like I said, highlight reel.
That ain't-
I love him. I love his highlight tape. I think it's phenomenal. It's what I just took that Florida, not Florida, Tennessee versus whoever. Just like ooh, but then it's he got some ooh, some it's some Just like what's that one, bro?
Yeah, he got some like, hey, bro, what you was trying to do here?
Like, yo, you tripping,
You know?
bro? Yes.
But then he got some, hey, bro, did you see that?
It's special. It's special. Yeah.
But, you know, it's just what side of the fence you looking. Like, it's a couple. Like, I don't really know what he was looking at.
I personally can't put him ahead of J.J. McCarthy, bro. I can't do that, bro.
JJ won the natty. I'm not going to put him over
it's
JJ.
like, yo.
Okay. You got him over Penix then?
I don't have him over Penix. No. I think TG has him over Penix, though.
I think it's flavor. I think it's what flavor
Respect.
you want.
I can see
You
that.
know what I
Respect.
mean? I think it's your flavor. Like, I think if you're the Baltimore Ravens somehow, you know, I'm just exaggerating. I'm just giving you
I'm
examples.
with you, though.
And your style is that, I think you go get that. I think you go get that over Penix in that moment. But I think if you're
that fits Baltimore way more than Penix fit in Baltimore.
like I just think that's a style moment, you know? While you playing, I think if you're Pittsburgh and that was that too, I think you take that.
No.
You know? Like I think
It's not like
your style.
But the thing with Penix, it's not like he's lacking in arm strength or
Yeah,
lacking
he
in
has
talent.
A rocket arm.
He was
got
just flat out
touch.
way better than
Yeah.
Milton in college. And I
I
think
think
it's going to translate. I
Penix
don't
got
think
it
what he did
all.
in college isn't going to
Yeah,
translate either.
Penix look good,
I think
bro.
see, I'll be real with you. I think Penix has it all. I do. I think he's got a lot of
You
lot
taking
of
Milton
like
over.
stuff. I mean, you know a mutant, man. It's a
You
mutant.
just like
That's a mutant.
it's the upside of the mutant. I'm with you. So,
It's a mutant.
this is my whole thing.
Like I'm not. That's no
Yeah.
shot on Penix. He's
No,
just
I know
such a
exactly what
mutant.
you're saying. So I think what you're saying, and this is why I always laugh about this, because like for me, I like Penix because it is a safer pick. His floor, I feel like, is just higher.
I think he's got high upside though too.
He
We
does,
always got.
he
I
does,
like
but-
talent.
But Joe Milton's
It's
upside is a
talent.
lot higher than Michael Penix, just based off of the
Yeah.
intangibles. But the problem is,
He can turn into. He can
How
turn
long-
into AR. He
You're
can
taking
turn
that top
into-
5. Though.
but you're taking it.
Are
That's
you
the,
taking that over Penix?
that's
Like,
the question.
I can't even say
That's
that.
the question.
I'd take him late, but
what was because my thing is what was so special about AR last year from a production standpoint?
No, it's the same person.
Same combo.
It's the
Great
same
question.
person.
Because from a production standpoint, we looked at AR and was like, bro, you turn the ball over, you don't read it the best way, but you got all the intangibles.
But if you run this thing,
Yeah.
oh boy,
And if we can get it where you figure this thing out, then we got
you can-
one of them ones.
if it can slow down a little bit and you can understand what you're looking at, it's gonna be a long time coming.
That's why I lean with the higher floor, and it's just safer versus that's
I
like
think there's a time and a place
yeah,
for
that's
everything.
risky,
though. There's
risky,
a time
man.
and a
I'm
place.
s-
I just
yeah.
think Penix is going to be flat outright better, though. It's not even about like the risk
Yeah.
reward. That I just think Penix is going to be better.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not saying that. I'm saying preference. You know what I mean? Some people like Halle Berry. Some people like Megan Good. You know what I mean?
Okay, I do what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's it, man. Flavor of the week. What's your flavor? What's your flavor? Yep.
I ain't saying you wrong.
Yeah, it's just It's just your personal preference, man. All right. Okay.
I'm just saying that 4-3 didn't look bad.
4-3 is
felt
nice.
that?
4-3 is nice.
4-3
You-
is really.
Did
know what I
Milton
mean?
run a 4-3?
Joe Milton.
Are we combining what Richardson did with
all I
Milton?
would say, if Penix ran 4-5, Milton
But it
gotta
looked
be, Milton gotta be in there. He gotta be 4-4, right? He gotta be 4-4. He got to
It's a
be
4-4
4-4.
guy.
If Penix is 4-5 with the knee brace, come on, man. He gotta be 4-4.
Joe Milton 4.56.
Oh
Do you think the knee
man.
brace gets you points?
Oh, the knee brace. Oh.
Bro.
When did the knee brace get you points?
Joe
When did
Milton
that
did
start?
4.49 at the combine. He did 4.56
Like, you're
at
giving
the
him
pro day.
sympathy.
So
points
he's
for the knee
4-4.
brace.
He ran slower at his pro day than he did at the combine. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Bro, you just sound like you gave him sympathy points for the knee brace.
No, I was saying he got a knee brace, man. I'm like, yo, if you ran 4-5 with the knee brace, I'm definitely saying Joe Milton is 4-4 or 4-3. That's what I'm saying. Like,
Joe Milton's definitely a 4-3 guy,
that's
bro.
what I'm saying. Like, give me Joe Milton. I think that it just looked faster.
What was Penix?
He
I'm
ran
seeing-
4-5,
I'm
right?
seeing 4.46 now.
These hand times, though, he didn't do it at the combine. When it's hand time, you're going to get all that.
Yeah.
Because it's put on the scout.
Yeah, I don't know. But
But you know how that go.
Yeah.
Penix was disappointed with that time, he said.
You know how that go.
Yeah. Whew. But he, like I said, with the knee brace on, so shout out to him. Shout out. All right. Well, we did have a couple other things, man. So we're gonna stick with football with this one real quick. All right. But the UFL did have its official opening weekend this week out here. So shout out to the dudes over there. And
Man,
yeah,
good ball.
man. I thought
it looked good.
Talk about it, baby.
I thought it looked good, man. I had people hit me. I talked about it a lot. I thought it looked like a good product, man.
Yeah.
I thought it looked good. Good competition. You know what I mean? You see a couple names out there that you know. You see a couple names you like I forgot about, bro. But I thought it looked good. I thought it was good. I thought it looked good.
I'm with you, bro.
I enjoyed it. Like, I enjoy football. I enjoy watching. I thought it was a good weekend.
Yeah, because we were talking about how some of the Steelers, man, that we seen in the leagues, you know, down there. Anthony McFarland, for example, man, like Anthony McFarland was down there balling out. We talked Brad Wing. Brad Wing was
I
on
did not know he was out there.
Yeah, bro, that was a surprise to me, man.
I did not know he was out there. Like,
Yeah, but he looked
I did
good
not know. I
though.
looked over and
You
seen him.
see the burst though. You saw the burst.
Man, I told you I liked him at the Pittsburgh though, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've always kind of liked McFarland, and he looked good. And I think these leagues show you how good some of these guys really are. You know, like you see some certain players, you be like Reuben Foster looks like all world out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it shows you, like, not to be like that. These are really good players.
Shoot, they
You know
got
what
we talked about some of the field goal kicking stuff, the 64-yarder, the 50-yarders.
Yeah, he's gonna get a contract.
Yeah, come on, bro. We talked about, like I said, man, some of these bigger name dudes that are just dudes we know from the league or even collegiately that may not have had the same success we thought they should have had from a professional standpoint. Now they getting opportunities over there too, man. Hello?
I hear you though. My fault.
Hey, Bubba, what you doing over there, man? You grocery shopping, man? What you doing over there, man?
On the phone, man. On the phone.
My dog did. You caught that, right? My man did. He put an order in or something. I like what you're doing, man. I like your energy.
Go to the phone, man.
All right, let's get it. Well, shoot. You know the main one though that we got to talk to you about.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the one that you tried to have the chat going crazy, the little group text and stuff like that. But a certain college hooper has decided to enter the transfer portal.
It's crazy you said that because I was like,
Wait,
I
is
know
that
you were
even
gonna ask
official
me
yet?
about. I just knew you was gonna ask me about that,
I don't
man.
even know if that's official.
LeBron has said it. LeBron has said
Thing you need to know is Bronny's in the portal.
Bronny, portal, LeBron James himself said, this is
It's
the
not
decision
about
that
money.
Bronny's going to be making. This is not on me. He's like, if he decides he wants to leave, then he leaves.
Well, that's what I mean. I don't even know
Yeah.
if he's decided just yet.
That's what we're saying, though. It's a conversation, though.
Oh, it is because
that's
the
what we said.
USC coach left.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's
I get
legit.
why the rumors and stuff are being brought up. I don't
But
think
you
he
know what, bro?
officially entered it yet, though.
You know what I don't understand?
We say?
It's a Juju Watkins that goes to USC.
Mm-hmm.
That's Bronny, man. I seen Love and Basketball. Like, I just don't. You know what I mean?
You are sick. I'm waiting to say, hey, yo, that's your loving basketball right there. Take the layup. Take the layup. Loving basketball this day, bro. Come on, man. Hey. You are out of pocket, bro.
I can see Bronny going to Duquesne.
That's
like,
100%. No, that's 100% loving basketball out there. Same school and everything. Same everything, bro. Just check. Yeah.
I like to see Bronny go somewhere like maybe O State and finish up with his pop started. You know,
You ain't digging the Duquesne though? Come play for his pop's high school teammate.
I get it. I think that's. I mean, because
Maybe
I don't
Pitt.
think nothing above, beneath, or anything. I think that's kind of like. I don't think he gets the TV time he's looking for at Duquesne. I don't think that's what he's
That
gonna
might be
do.
better for him though.
I don't think that's what they're looking for though.
That might be better for him. He could be the star there. He could like
He'll be
ton of
all
PT.
right,
Yeah.
That's the biggest NIL deal in college sports. I think that's got to be on primetime TV. We got to see
wherever
that.
he goes, you got.
You're saying Duquesne don't got the money.
Because they put USC on TV all the time because of Bronny.
Well, you can come to Pitt then.
I'm openly saying that. I don't think they can do that. You know, I don't think they can do that.
I mean, LeBron's got a lot of money, right? Like, is Bronny struggling for money right now?
Technically, none of them are, but this is his bag he's trying to create.
That's
he wants
true.
to create his own
I'll give
thing.
him that. I respect that. Yeah, 100%.
Man, I don't know, man. I just don't see Bronny. I think you know how it is, man.
Duke
like
is loud. Ohio State is loud.
State's loud. Duke sounds perfect. Duke's going to be
loud. Duke is going to be loud.
Duke got a lot of people
He
coming
only
in.
averaged like 5 points at
This is what I'm
USC
trying
though. Like
to-
I don't think
Duke is going to be loud for him, bro.
Yeah, I don't
Bronny.
think that makes sense.
Like,
But I think he's still Bronny. I don't care what you talking about. He's still Bronny. What are we talking about?
I'm with you.
I mean, is he gonna get serious
LeBron
PT if he goes to Duke?
This the thing though. He gonna play wherever they gonna put him at because he's still a good player. Like this, we not
But
by that.
then,
Like that.
I guess what I'm saying is like good for him to
LeBron
showcase
James,
what he's got. Like if you're surrounded by all these other dudes from Duke
But no. What I'm saying is this
taking the
though.
ball.
His coach
LeBron
at USC
James
left.
Jr., man.
He's gonna get wherever he signs at. He's gonna get time. He's gonna play because just the
They're
sheer
gonna
amount of
play
people
LeBron.
like. Yeah, we're comparing
And I'll be
Bronny
honest
to like.
with
Well,
you,
hold on.
like-
Oh, CJ, I would say like we look at Bronny and our mindset is league, so that's how we view him. That's how we have conversations about him. But to act like he still ain't gonna be a good just college
And Bronny
player,
plays
it's
good
like
defense.
yeah, I'm like bro, he
And-
still do
and-
3-and-D hustle, all that type of stuff, bro. He still
And let's
impacts and
not act like
passing,
it's
all
not
that. Yeah.
Bryce on the way.
Yeah,
Like it's
bro.
it's another one that really is what you think
Oh,
you're
little
looking
Bryce.
for.
Yeah,
You
that's the
better
one.
not make the family
Yeah.
too mad.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me?
Yeah, and you also remember Bronny's coming off of what? The cardiac arrest thing this offseason too,
Yeah,
man.
that's a
So I like
lie.
it's a lot that went with it.
I'm still on the Bronny train.
No.
It's Bronny. I seen LeBron James Jr. coming there. I seen LeBron James do it. I believe.
Well, Pitt's got an opening. Bub Carrington went to the pros.
That's what the announcement was today?
Yeah, it was terrible.
I saw them hold a
No,
press
I'm not
conference,
thrilled about
bro.
it.
I saw the press
Yeah, I'm not
conference,
thrilled
man.
about it.
What happened?
They lost their little guard. They little wait, they guard.
One and done.
Yeah.
One and
Yeah,
done.
Little
I mean,
Bub
I
Carrington.
think it's a positive for the Pitt program, but not a positive for Pitt's team next year.
That Pitt ain't nothing, man.
No, they'll still be a
Amen.
good squad because I mean
Well,
we got the
they-
transfer player out there.
last year,
We'll just pick up one of these point guards that was averaging like 15,
They
16
didn't go to
somewhere.
the NIT. They
They finished last in the NIT.
they didn't go to the NIT. They said they was too good for the NIT.
Oh yeah, great decision.
They said they was too good for the NIT.
We were.
They
Great
turned their
decision.
nose up at it. They said, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
Love the decision. I don't even know if West Virginia got invited to the NIT.
You said what? Say it again. One more time.
I don't even know if West Virginia got invited to the NIT.
I think I heard West Virginia's supposed to be a real good team next year, though. You know what I mean? I heard next year is like it's all there next year.
I like the optimism.
Who's your sources? Who you hearing this from?
He said the boys on the upswing, man. Hey, their year's coming, man. Their year's coming.
Man, West V's supposed to be the truth next year, though, bro. But you see, our football team is loading up quick.
Respect.
That football thing loading up quick.
Yeah, we got that 5-star QB from Alabama up here at Pitt.
There's
Yeah, no joke.
that's the great time, though. If he was a 5-star, he went to Bama, and now he's at Pitt. We gotta look into it.
You say, yo, you gotta check this out, man. Something ain't right.
Yeah, I think them is red flags.
He wants some PT.
I think
Saban was overlooking him.
I think those are definition of red flags.
Somebody being
5-star Pitt,
ready from competition.
5-star Pitt. Now he's at Bama. I mean, 5-star Bama. Now he's at Pitt.
No, he wants
like,
to play now.
He could have went to Tennessee. He could have went to.
Yeah, those are red flags. Like,
he's
it's a lot of
SEC.
stops here in Pitt.
Yeah, he's supposed to be SEC boy.
No, he wants to go to a place that churns out pro prospects all the time. Turns
Man,
out
he was
Hall
a
of Famers
5-star
left
and
and
he's
right.
at Pitt
First
now.
rounders left and right.
That's the definition of falling from grace. Like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I don't think so. He's got a chance to elevate a program, be a hero here, make a name for himself. Bama, you're just in the mix with everyone else. Especially as a freshman, you're just sitting there.
Please, like, man, get a chance, man. Get a chance, man. I like it there. I like it. Shoot, you got anything else, man? What you got on your end, man? Anything?
I don't think so.
All right.
Man,
What
we getting close to draft time, man. We almost here, man.
It's almost here, baby. We almost here, man.
I'm excited, man. Like, what is about 2 weeks away?
Look,
We're getting there.
yeah,
I think it's the
2.5.
25th, right?
Yeah,
3
25th
weeks.
day, yeah.
About 3 weeks.
24 days.
Yeah, so we about there.
This is the best time, man.
Hey,
The best
man.
time is like the best time is that right before the draft. This when all the trades happen. This when all the weird stuff started. Because it's starting to get like, hey, what we really gonna do now?
Yeah.
You know, we ain't got time to keep talking about it. What we gonna do?
Do you got any hunches or predictions on something the Steelers might do between now and then?
I think they'll go offense for sure.
Okay.
You know,
You're saying in the
What's up?
draft? I'm talking about signing or trading
time
for a
agency.
guy. I guess we're just sitting here these next
Hey.
weeks.
No, I think it's quiet to the draft now.
Okay.
Everything's set. Everything's
We already
kind of set to the
traded
draft
Deontay.
now.
Okay.
No Najee
Yeah,
trade?
it ain't nothing else to happen out of it. You know,
Okay.
like right now is the time where it's just done. There's nothing else to come out of it.
Did we talk about this when you were on last time? But I want to ask you this. Cordell Patterson, does he get 8-4?
Ooh.
Is he what?
I think me and Moats talked
That's
about it.
Cordell
But I don't know if I asked
Patterson
you.
getting number 84.
No, he don't get 84.
Why not?
Man, come on, man.
They gave, I think, was it Rico Bussy?
not-
They
it's
gave
not
Rico
retired.
Bussy 84.
It's not retired, but it's not for use either. You feel that? I don't think he won 84.
Well,
You don't want that.
I think he's the one guy where you're not going to get comparisons to AB because he's going to be a running back.
True.
Yeah, he don't need 84.
You're not going to get the one-to-one receiver wearing
I wouldn't
84.
touch that, man. Leave that alone, man. I wouldn't touch that.
He said lead at 84 alone. Don't mess with that number, man.
I wouldn't come in here and grab 7.
You're not allowed.
No, now you're not allowed.
You're not allowed. Oh, you're not allowed with a lot of numbers, but I mean, 8-4. It was a tough exit for AB here.
I don't think 7's officially not allowed though. I just think it's suggested not to wear. Like I don't think it's officially not allowed.
That's not allowed.
PG talking spicy, Lord.
I'm just saying. I
It's
don't
like
think it's
4-3. I
officially not
mean,
allowed.
7. It's the same thing as 4-3. Like who's picking 4-3?
I think it's. You know you're not touching 4-3.
That's
That's
the
don't
same
even-
thing.
don't
with
even
7.
ask for that.
It's the same thing with
Yeah,
7.
that's like whoa. Hey, I didn't know he brought that up.
They say you will be treated, we'll put him in the house, put him like that. No, I ain't say that. No, that is not what I said. Okay, I did not.
Man, you don't even wear 43 on Halloween. Like you don't touch 43.
My man said they don't even make a 43 practice jersey. You don't even see it out
Yeah,
there. They
you
ain't
don't
even
even practice
number.
in
Yeah.
43. Yeah, you know how that goes. You know
Yo,
what
you
I mean?
funny, man. You funny.
Come on now. You know, so yeah.
James Harrison's 92 has been more. I mean,
I don't think 92 is super off limits neither like that.
Isaiah Loudermilk's been 92.
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like if he's
I've
getting
seen
his
92.
more
What about
with
Hines?
the way that AB left, I think AB
Has anyone touched
grabs.
Hines?
I don't think anyone has.
There's just certain numbers you don't want to be in, man. I
Yeah.
hear what you're saying, how he left and all. You don't want to put that on your back.
I feel
A lot of
that,
pressure
but I
come
guess
with that.
that's what I mean. This would be the one player where I guess it would make sense because he's going to be playing running.
But they're
back.
going to throw him the ball. So he's going to be listed as a wide receiver, though. No, leave it alone.
I don't know.
Say that ain't what he want. That ain't what he want.
Tell me
Okay.
what you want.
Okay.
Go get that 8. It's open.
8's definitely open. 8 for certain is open.
Yeah, go grab that 8.
He can get the 8. 8's definitely open, bro.
I don't think he was looking at 8.
Looking
He
for
sent
that
out a
8.
tweet of all the numbers he's looking at. It was
That
84,
8,
13.
That 8,
13?
that 8 wide open.
Yeah, I forget the other numbers.
So
I like
he's
13.
considering 84 though.
Yeah, Wait, you didn't
Somebody
see this? He
better talk to
tweeted
him.
out, and then AB
No.
responded of a picture of AB and
Was it-
the Steeler 84
was
jersey. He
it-
said, "This is the only 84 you're seeing," or something like that.
Now, was
Don't
it
do it,
AB
man.
or was it the CT ESPN? Which
I
one
don't
was
know.
it?
I don't know. It was
It's
it was
definitely
either or.
CTSPN,
I was
man.
about to say because that's the one they say breaking news. I ain't know. Yeah,
Respect the CTSPN.
Yeah,
I found out about.
that's what they
I
said,
found
bro.
out about Diggs on CTESPN while you playing. That's where I found out.
That
They're
boy,
saying that was
that boy
3
at
weeks ago.
Shefty. Yeah, he at the boy. He's like, hey man, I called this one, man. All
I
right.
found out
He
about
called the
Diggs
Rust
on
the Steelers.
CTESPN.
Hey,
Yeah.
man. Hey.
Y'all better stop playing with
Hey,
that.
I hear you.
Right.
Yeah. So, Patterson can't get that 84. What you saying? All right.
I'm saying, leave it alone. You don't want it.
Put the 13 on your back. You be good, man.
Put the
It's
13 on your
13's
back.
way. Who the last 13 was? Jacoby? Jacoby Jones? Was he?
Man,
13.
yeah.
Boykins.
I think Jacoby was. Yeah, Boykin was 13. Dree. Shout out to
I was
Dree.
gonna say Bree
Dree
Archer.
was
That's what I was
13.
gonna say.
Yeah.
Hey, leave that.
Are those
I
all only
wouldn't-
13s? Yeah. Touch 13. 13. Yeah. Take
13
that. Take 13,
high.
bro. You make 13 yours. Yeah.
You might can do 48.
Nah, 48 stink, bro. Don't do 48. Don't put that on your back.
I'm
Don't do that.
just
No,
saying,
don't do
man.
48. 48 stink. Don't do that. Nah.
That's prettier than 84 right now.
No. That 48 to get you cut. You put that 48
That
on that.
84 might get you cut.
48 though? Come on.
84 is like how? Hey, don't drop that. Catch that.
The other guy would have.
84 is like, why'd you drop that?
Hey, the other guy would have. Yeah.
Yeah, why would you drop that? Tighten up, 84.
Yeah.
I can't even hear them words. Tighten up, 84. I don't even.
It
that
just
don't
hit
sound-
different. That don't even sound right. I ain't never heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said 10, 13, 18, and 81.
10's
Or
clean.
keep,
Okay, that's
or keep
10.
84.
10 is clean.
That 10's perfect.
10
that 10 was
is
right- that 10's perfect.
clean.
I think
That
you got to
10's
keep
perfect.
84. He's
He
been
go-
84
I
his
think
whole
Cordell
life.
Stewart wore 10.
His whole
10's
career.
Martavius
clean.
wore 10. That's like a tweener spot. That's
He
like a
in and
spot
out
you
the
can do a lot of
backfield,
different
yeah.
things. You know what I mean?
I like 10 on him. 10 or 13.
I like 10 on them too.
Yeah, I go
I like
10
10.
first, then 13. Don't touch the 84.
At least 84
Yeah,
alone.
the more TG talk, I'm like, yeah, don't mess the 84. Now that I think, don't mess the 84, because my vision of 84s is twinkle toes. You feel me? It's God tier. It's like, where did this guy come from? The heavens just opened up, and we just got blessed with this receiver. Yeah,
Man,
he's,
you
What about Rico Bussy rocking it then?
oh
think
man,
that's
that was a
so
mistake, man. They gave it to Rico because the block was super hot with AB at that time, and we needed to just cool it off a little bit. So that's how Rico.
I seen 84 reach over that end zone in Baltimore on a mean
All
night.
right, yeah,
Going down
yeah,
84.
yeah. While we looking at Eric Whittleston, you made the right decision, huh? You happy about your decision now? You happy now? Oh, all right.
Come on, man.
Choose wisely
Come
next
on.
time, punk. You know what time we on.
Come on.
Yeah.
I think 84 do some things.
Okay. This is true, bro.
That's how I feel.
Shout out. All right then, man. I like it, man. I like it. Shoot. I think that's it, man. Unless you ready to talk some women's basketball over here. I don't think you got dingy, man. All right, so
Man.
yeah, other than that, man, I think we checked off.
I will say this though.
Uh-oh.
Now leave on this one.
Uh-oh.
UConn's gonna beat Iowa.
Ooh, so you going Paige over Caitlin. I see you.
Yeah,
Okay, respect.
I'm going with the original.
Respect. But a week ago you would have said Juju though, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have said Juju last week though, huh?
No, I wouldn't have said that.
Oh, all right, just checking.
No, I'm not a Caitlin hater. I'm part of the trend. I'm part of the team.
I'm with you. I was just wondering because some people, you know,
I get it
when
to the
when they
program.
against Caitlyn, they'll go with, oh, give me it was Juju. It was ain't. It's like, all right, bro.
No, I never.
Shout out to Paige. Shout out to Paige, bro. That's like you said, the OG model right there. If you know,
Yeah.
you know. If you
Paige
know,
is the original
you know.
Caitlyn.
Yes. If you know,
know,
you
you
know,
know.
bro. Facts.
Come on now.
I like it, then, man. I like it, bro. All right, then, man. We gonna spin the block, hit you like how we do next week, baby. But appreciate you as always, man.
My dog.
Peace, bro.
Shout out. One time for the coach right there for TG, a.k.a. Terence Garvin. The homie. One half of the locker mates. Almost 7. All that good stuff. If y'all was digging the convo, like button one time. If you're new to the channel and you want to be a part of the family more, yeah, just hit that subscribe button, baby. You won't miss none of this content that drops, baby. All right? But salute. All right. Oh, my bad. I would have hit that. Good call.
All good.
All right. So, yeah, man, I guess we hit these supers, man. We'll see where we are at the end of this thing.
Sure.
Now, going back to the 84 convo, Big Bad Pitbull also said he can't wear 84, and he said sorry for that. Tyler from the 334 said that's called God, bro, and he did the little call God emojis, man. All right. A lot of people are saying that, yeah, you can't do the 84, man. Can't do the 84.
I got to have some people on my side.
Let me see. I'm trying to find if anyone's cool with him taking the 84.
Rod Dallas. There we go.
What do you say? Okay, he now for it? Okay.
He just says give him the 8-4.
Pete Potalock says 84, you have to play like AB. He ain't playing like AB, bro. I watch a lot of him. He ain't playing, and I like his game, but he ain't AB, bro.
Am I the only one that thinks if Patterson takes 84, we're not going to be comparing him to AB? Am I the only
you
one
might
that
be
thinks
the
that?
only one, because I'm definitely not.
I think he's established. He's established as his own player
If it
in the
wasn't
league.
AB already standing out and saying
And he's
that
been 84 his whole career.
until the 84 said that, though, 84 just said that's not cool. That's what that meant. That's what that tweet.
I don't
All
think
right.
AB has that standing.
Listen,
with
man.
the Steelers organization or the Steelers anymore. It's like that.
8-4 just spoke on what he felt, bro. This is 8-4 we talk about. We're not talking about personality. We're not talking about is he a good guy or not. We're just simply saying 8-4. 8-4. That's a different dude, bro. You can't just put that on him. It cooled off of Rico. Rico, you came in at the right time. Rico Bussy is like that dude that dressed as 43, that dressed like TP and came to training camp. We was like, bro, we don't even make that practice jersey anymore. But he just showed up. So that was Rico Bussy in the 84. It was an anomaly. It wasn't supposed to happen. We just look at it like, whoa, we went to multiverse. Now, absolutely not, man. You can't get an 84, bro. Can't do that. Now, if the Steelers want to be petty, you give him the 84. Because you know AB already feel AB just said what he said. So if the Steelers want to play that game with him, go ahead and give him 84. Go ahead and give him 84.
So you think the Steelers are actually potentially holding it back from Patterson?
I won't say that they're
Or holding the 8-4
So put it
back
like
in
this.
general?
The same way that TG was talking, I would just say from my personal experiences, they have a hierarchy of the numbers. Certain numbers, you already know, 100% off limits. Others, it's like, yo, it's not 100% off limits, but we're not just giving this out. 8-4 is in that range. Yeah, 8-4 is in that range. So you're not just, like I said, the Rico situation, the timing of everything, yeah, because he was still, maybe, you know. But I just think it ain't been the same since then. And it's like, yo, this is a legit, you know, we talking about. But at the same time, that's me thinking more so on the football side. For the people that have looked at AB and it's like, yo, I don't care about any of that because of what he's done since then, and he doesn't deserve any type of acknowledgement for what he's doing in this field, then who am I to say, yo, you wrong for that thought process?
I get you. You're probably talking just from like a player
football
respect
standpoint. Yeah, I'm like, bro,
like
what
in the locker room.
he did
Yeah.
on that field, bro, I'm like, I've played for years. I've never seen something like that. And for the amount of times he did it, it's like, bro, this is crazy. What we talking about? The same way you look at 7. The exact. It's like, bro, it's just crazy. And you can make a case that 8-4 reached higher heights than 7 reached. And that's the part where we're like, yo, the same way if somebody came here hollered at 7, I'll be looking at you like, well, who gave him 7? No, you ain't. You tripping. You don't touch no 7. You don't even ask for 7. Don't make your mouth to 7 what? Yeah. That's kind of like that. It's like, yo, certain ones, 32 is another one, 36, 43. You're like, bro, wait, 80. Like, nah, man, he ain't touching that number right there, bro. That's that one. Yeah. But the crazy part is they gave out legendary.
They already gave out
before,
8-4. Yeah. They already gave it out. All those other numbers like 36, 43, 7, 58, 47.
No.
Mike Webster's not, what's his, 52?
But they don't do 52.
Yeah, like they haven't given
right.
those out like at all, like point blank period. Whereas with 84,
with the AB
Rico already got it.
But with the AB one, the timing of it, that's the difference between him and all those other guys. All those other guys, when they left, they were done. Right? Was it like, yo, it won't like, yo, AB has AB. We know exactly how the ending with AB went. And it wasn't just this smooth 1 year is done. And then then it went to the Vegas, then it went to the New England, and it was still making its warpath. You're just like, that was the Rico. I'll be interested to see though.
I don't blame
I definitely interested to see
someone for coming in and not wanting to put that on themselves, that target on themselves of wearing the 8-4. But I think Patterson's situation is unique in that he has already established himself in the league. We know who Cordell Patterson is. He's been 84 his whole career. Is an all-pro as a kick returner. Like, I think that'd be cool. I think I'd be completely cool with him doing it. Now, I don't know if it makes sense for, let's say we draft a rookie receiver, second round or whatever, them to come in and just take 84 like that. I'd be fine with it, but I just don't know if that's a good idea for them because you are putting that target on yourself of comparisons to AB.
Respect.
Whereas with Patterson, again, I think it's a little different. He's running back. He's utility player.
I always say this is cause and effect. AB opened the door for this type of conversation.
Absolutely.
With how he left. Because there is zero about anything that he's done on the field that would even have this being a conversation. But because of how he left and everything that transpired, that is why this is legitimately a conversation, man. So they said, man, I get it from either way. It's like, if they do it, do it. If you don't. I get it. Me personally, I wouldn't do it. But I get it either way, though, man.
Yeah, I think it seems like it's up to Patterson.
Yeah, that's what I mean. The way he's making
tweeted it out
yeah.
of, like, should I stick with 8-4 or should I go with these other numbers? Yeah, I don't think it's the Steelers holding him back. That would be my guess from afar.
At the end of the day, bro, he going to be straight with whatever number he chooses. It's just like, all right. People just view you differently. Ain't that wrong with it? The same way if somebody put 7 on. Still, you're going to be out there. You're still going to have to play. You're still going to have to live up to it. But just know when you put that on, what come with it, bro.
Sean McCartney, I wanted to get both center and right tackle because I'm not 100% on Dan Moore. But if Arthur Smith can help this O-line, maybe Dan can improve. Either way, and Con we trust.
Respect. Well, that one, when you said trading back, you could definitely do it. Yeah.
AJ Martinez gifted 5 memberships to Steve Anders, Skylar Strong, Yo Young, and Cam Mason, and also third Blake.
Shout out to AJ Martinez being an absolute rock star life, and I like the new updated picture. Is that you? I don't know. Is that you in the pic? Tell me who's in this picture with you, man, or if that's not you or not, if that's somebody else. You know what I mean? But either way, I like your updated pic, though, all right? And to every individual that AJ just gave up room membership to, welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
AJ Martinez, 2-2 is our offense to the Super Bowl win number 7. Just block for him.
I hope so. I hope he is. Don't care how we get it, just get it to us, man. Just get it at 7-1, man.
Mike Marion, what do you guys think about signing Eric Rowe and moving Casey to the slot just as a temporary fix while we fix the other needs, such as tackle, corner, receiver, and center?
Shoot, I like it. I mean, if you're talking about the Band-Aid scenario, we can't answer. I mean, you're not going to be able to, address every position to the extent that you would fully want to. So if it came down to, you got to try to figure out how to Band-Aid that, yeah, you could definitely make that work. Are there going to be some limitations to it? Sure. But every team is going to have certain limitations. It's all about how good you can hide them. And at least with those 2 players, you feel good about Rowe because you've seen both of them come in here and make plays. Now, everything else, man, yeah, you're going to have to, sauce it up at times, but you can still make that work.
Zay Breezy, just thought GP for Aiyuk straight up and then draft one. No.
No, why is it no to you?
I want to see what GP's got. His upside's greater than Aiyuk's, flat out. Mm-hmm. He's already been really, really good thus far. I'm not doing that trade. We still got him under contract with those rookie numbers for the next 2 years. I think he's got more upside. Yeah, did Aiyuk have a better season last year than what Pickens has done thus far? Sure, but I don't know. We all see it with Pickens, man. I'll take my chances. Trust in the process of who you got in house.
Yeah. It's cheaper right now. That's my thing. When you said that, I'm like, yeah, because both players you can make a case for.
I think Pickens, going back to what we were saying with Aiyuk earlier, I don't know how great I feel about him being like number 1, like that dominant guy, that go-to number 1 that you're paying $25, $30 million. Pickens, I see that for him. Like, I see it. Now he's got to continue on the path that he's on. I expect him to. stay less noisy. But that's who I see. I do see Pickens as like a $25 million receiver, $25 million plus.
Yeah, I ain't against it. Yeah. I just think it's literally just how you view GP. And if you want to go ahead and say Aiyuk, a lot more of, just in the sense of you've already seen him do it, whereas with GP it's more what you're projecting. But I don't think you're wrong either way with it.
I haven't seen I literally haven't seen Aiyuk do this. Maybe he does have a stretch of games, but those 2 games Pickens had last year, Bengals, Seahawks.
Yeah. But the rebuttal would be they haven't seen GP have the season that Aiyuk has had.
Yeah, that's fine. But going back to the quarterback play we've had these last 2 years, it's been a little up and down. We saw what happens when you get Mason Rudolph playing the way that he did, and what Pickens is capable of. It's like, wow, okay, this might be the best receiver in the league.
Technically, GP had the first-round quarterback longer than Aiyuk, though.
Huh?
GP's been playing with a first-round quarterback, though.
Come on, dude.
You said that you like your man's over Brock Purdy?
I did. Yeah, I can't deny that Brock Purdy is better than Kenny Pickett right now.
Oh.
I can't deny that. It was a wrong take at the time. That's all.
I'm just saying in the
It was
sense
a wrong take. I thought Pickett was going to be better than Purdy last year.
But no,
stand
what
by
I'm
that.
saying is this, though. This is a at the end of the season type thing, but during the season, you felt that GP and Kenny were still, you felt good about Kenny at points, is what I'm saying. So, are we really going to act like GP just couldn't do more? Or,
Oh, yeah, there's stuff out there on him throughout.
Because I just feel like when we look at
Middle
this,
of
we
last year
focus
and
on
even early last
GP's
year.
positive,
I
and we
remember
look
that.
at like reasons
remember
to
that.
knock you. Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah, Pickens could have done more. Yeah. He could have. You're not wrong. Receivers could have done. I mean, that was my case for saying stick with Kenny.
Yeah.
Like, this is why it's not as bad as what you guys are making it out to seem. Receivers aren't doing everything they can. The effort's not there. The O-line is just absolutely trash, and we have Matt Canada. So, like, it was a bad blend.
So that was the only part for me where I'm just like,
you're not wrong.
So, back to what I'm saying in terms of Aiyuk versus
That's
GP.
why Pickens got to grow up, though.
Right. And that's the part where I'm like, if you were to say, yes, I want Aiyuk, I could understand why. But at the same time, I could understand why you would just sit with GP too. But that's the part with GP where it's like, yes, we're super excited about him. We got high projections of him. But we do have to remember he did have some stuff this year where we were a little bit disgruntled. We bring up Deontay Johnson's blocking like we weren't coming at GP for his blocking. We bring up Deontay Johnson in terms of the drops.
Warren.
Like
I
we didn't bring,
for him.
yeah. Like we brought up the Deontay Johnson when he would drop, but when we kind of would brush over, it was like, yo, GP got to get more separation with the route run. It was like, yo, that's, whereas with Aiyuk, you're paying for more, but you just feel like it's already kind of past that guesswork phase. Whereas with GP, yes, we think GP can be a top 10 dude right now, but it's still based on projection, still based on the speculation part.
I think my main guesswork is just on whether or not he's going to grow up.
Yeah.
That's because on the field, it shouldn't be an issue. Like, no matter what. Worst case, you'd be getting what he did last year. That's worst case. Like, he can't be getting any worse than that,
I would hope.
So, yeah, then the question is...
but is that good enough to be a number one, though?
Is he going to be noisy?
Because we felt like that was on par with what Deontay was giving us last year. And
Yeah,
we said
you're
they both were the same.
Yeah, you're just not paying him as much.
Right. But is that enough as it is to be the guy? Because part of the issue with DJ is, you want more. And
Yeah,
it was like you're 18 mil, but it's like you still want more.
Not the guy, but 1A, 1B type of scenario, just like we were dealing with.
Yeah.
That would be enough. I see Pickens' potential higher than that. I do.
I do too.
I'm just wondering if he completely gets rid of the antics. That's my guesswork, because I think that can play in to him being the guy or not too, because you don't want that.
Because I'm just like, it's a lot that goes into being that type of number one wide receiver where we know every game it's an expectation, but at the same time, defenses are coming out here and they are going to make sure that they take this away. This is what you do great. They want to see you do something different. And can you still have your impact? Can you still be in the right mindset? And can you still make it worthwhile? Those are going to be the questions that he has to answer. I think he can, but he still has to actually go out here and show it to an extent. DJ has already shown that he could do that to a level. We're trying to see, yo, GP, DJ gone now. Could you still generate and still be that each and every week when that's not there no more? Because we did see when this was gone, Wood also struggled that over there. Whereas this has been doing that before that was there and while it was there. So that's why I'm back and forth with it. But at the same time, Brandon Aiyuk costs a lot when you're talking a second round plus 20 plus mil.
Yeah.
I'm looking at GP like.
Well, he's saying just trade Pickens straight up.
Oh, yeah, just trade him straight. Yeah,
but then, you're giving Aiyuk the contract.
Yeah.
So at least you got 2 more years to find out more on Pickens. And I really don't think you're getting anything worse than what he did last year. I think he's only getting better from here.
Heck, if I still wanted to go draft one in the first, I still go draft one. It's still cheaper than the combo of Aiyuk.
Yeah, no, I'm good on that. AJ Martinez, I'm making my pops dinner. Love up the loved ones, even when they make us crazy. I love, respect, and blessings. Sabotage 7, Sabotage 22 by Diggler and TG.
Let's go. Let's go. Salute you, AJ. Number 1, man. You always showing love to the channel. But number 2, man, I like how you making your pops dinner, man. Hopefully it's something good too, man. All right. But salute you and your pops, man, spending that quality time together, man. Major love for you on that.
AJ Martinez says, every time the goats are in the chat on a TG day, thanks to Dom for your work behind the scenes. Moats and Deke, best ever podcast, pumps me up so much. I want to run through a wall. In the end, there is only one.
Let's go. Shout out to AJ, then shout out to Dom today. Shout out to Dom behind the scenes, man. I see you, AJ. One time for the coaching, man. One time for the coach. We definitely do appreciate you from the heart, man.
AJ Martinez says, one true love besides the Steelers, the Steel Nation besides all my friends and family, and my motorcycle, and my El Camino, and my Chevelle, the good Lord.
You got the El Camino? Oh, you fire for that. That's fire. That's the old school right there. Shout out to the El Camino, man. Mm-hmm.
He also has more. It says, the one and only Michelle, I'm missing you. Maybe one day we can try again. Thanks for being a great mom. Love you always, AJ.
God. Shout out to Michelle. Shout out to AJ. I'm just sitting love y'all way, bro. I like AJ, bro. Man. I'm in my lover boy mode. Certified lover boy. Y'all know what time I'm on, all right? But, yo. I like that right there, man. I like that. That's major. That is major. All right, let me get this one real quick, man. Dresden, this was a little bit earlier. He says, we do have a dog true, hold on. We do have dog true. 3-4 nose tackle either one. Maybe he's saying we don't have a dog that is a true 3-4 nose tackle either. That's what he's saying. He says, as I said last week, I want Khan to make.
That's true.
He says, I want Khan to move for Eric McCoy. And he says, if not, take a center, but not with either of the first 2 picks. These guys are not that good in his opinion. Okay, respect on that. Because I was going to say, man, in terms of a dog nose tackle, that is accurate. We play Keanu Benton in there, and he can play there, but we don't consider him as a true nose tackle.
He's not wrong.
No.
How much do you need it, though? We've gone away without it.
Because we play the majority of our ball out of sub package. And that's why we talk about like that nickel corner kind of being so important. I mean, that's league wide too, though, because it's just how teams are attacking us or how just the evolution of the game has been so far.
Ken Weatherholt II. With Diggs going for a second, Steelers had to be in the conversation, right? Y'all might have touched this topic earlier. Sorry, I'm late.
Shout out to you, Kevin, and never apologize for being late. As long as you're here, that's all that matters, baby, all right? So we appreciate you. Just make sure you hit that like button one time for the coach, okay? But I personally don't know how much of the convo the Steelers would have been in because of how much contract is still, with Diggs and the money that comes with it, along with his age. When we're talking Brandon Aiyuk, it's a couple years younger. When we're talking, drafting a wide receiver in the first round, they're super young, not a lot of negativity surrounding them. Whereas with Diggs, he has a little bit of baggage with him. When you're talking contract, when you're talking age, or even just visually when you're watching him and you're like, well, how are you disgruntled when you're still getting 100 catches, 1,000-yard receiver, you're winning games, you're in every postseason, and you can make a case that part of why this year didn't go further, you kind of had a hand in one of the biggest plays as well, if we're going to be real about it. So that's also part of the reason why I don't think that the Steelers were heavy players in this. Now, this could come out that they were, but me personally, I don't think that that's as appealing to the Steelers right now as like the Brandon Aiyuk convo, or even when we were talking like T. Higgins at one point. It's like where they're at in terms of their youth. I just think that that's more appealing to the Steelers right now than bringing in a potentially disgruntled, or we've seen him get disgruntled, older and expensive wide receiver. Technically, we moved on from Deontay, right? Because he was a little bit disgruntled. He ain't older, but we don't want all that. So that was the only thing for me, man. What about you, though, bro? How you feel?
On the Steelers wanting Diggs? No, I'm with you. I don't even think it was on their radar. No. For literally all the reasons you mentioned. For momentum, what's good, Moats, Deke, and chat fam? Hashtag Mr. Jack Myers Jr.
Let's go. Always got to shout out Mr. Jack Myers Jr. Never forget the name. One time for the culture.
All right. We got AJ Martinez gifting 5 months memberships to Xavier, Isaiah Aguilar, Lagunas, Sajan Patel, and Demetric Smith.
Shout out to AJ, continuing to be an absolute rock star at life, and all of those individuals. Welcome to the upper room. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought he gifted 5 more, did he?
Salute.
No.
AJ,
just 5.
I missed it when you put it in the regular chat. Do it again in the regular chat. Tell me who are these people in your new profile picture, man. In the regular chat. Let me know, all right? Yeah, I think you put it in earlier, and I totally missed it. So,
Tyron, I see the reports saying the Steelers are fine with Herbig being center until our young center is ready. And how do you think we get more picks for round 2?
I did not see that, but I hope that, it works out, man. Yeah, if it works out like that, then great. I just think you're playing a dangerous game because, as we've seen, nobody really talked about center or the importance of center until we didn't have a Marquise Pouncey playing at Marquise Pouncey level. And we've seen the impact of that since then. I just don't want to continue making the same mistake. We've seen if you upgrade and actually invest in that position, what it can do for you. But we've seen when you try to, all right, let's move this guard in here, let's go get this guy and bring him in here, what it's looked like and what our complaints have been. So as much as I rock with Herbig, both of them, Nate and Nick, that's my only concern with it. You're taking a dude that is a guard and you said, yep, come on here and be our starting center. Come be our guy. And come out here and play starting center versus dudes that actually play nose, that actually play that interior D lineman, that actually are skilled enough to attack centers. Like, yeah. It's the reason why guards don't play tackle. Because it's like, yo, guard is, that's real specific what they're built for and what they're built to take on versus that tackle spot. That's just how I look at it. So it's like, yeah, could it work? Sure. But you're playing a dangerous game with that, man. Because pretty sure y'all were pretty upset with Kendrick Green. Right? That was a 3rd rounder. Guard. Dope guard in terms of what he did at college. But we moved in the center. And y'all were pretty happy with him. Mason Cole. Mason Cole was an upgrade over Kendrick Green. Played a lot better than Kendrick Green. And at the end of the season, everybody was talking about what? Yo, we want to get rid of Mason Cole. I don't think you're going to get better production by going Herbig at center, personally. So.
Yeah, I'm not feeling great about it either if we go that route.
Yeah. But shout out to Mac Wilson Jr., all right? Mac Wilson Jr. is Kenneth Moses' father, okay? It's his birthday today, but he said he's a Cleveland Clowns fan. So we want to shout him out, but he said that his pop's a Cleveland Clown. I did not say a Cleveland Clowns fan. That's what he said his pops is. So salute you on that, but salute your pops as well, man, for the birthday, all right? Mac Wilson Jr. one time for the culture, baby. I got you.
So we got a couple from Official Momentum here. It says Ambition, the Phoenix Project is coming soon.
Let's go.
And Southern Tier Part 2, question mark. Hashtag live, hashtag #1 podcast.
Mm-hmm. Whenever we do it, TG going to have to be there too. That's part of the rules. We've agreed upon it. It's like, yo, you need to be in that, yeah. TBD though. TBD.
AJ Martinez says, I saw a young lady pay today at the bowling alley for her dude. I nearly lost my shit, but I did say, oh, hell no, real loud.
Shout out to you, AJ. That's because you got that old school chivalry, man. I am very similar. Okay. Yes, I'm super old school. Like hold the door, open up the chair, like pay all the time. So I could understand that. But what I will say is this. Sometimes though the lady does want to pay. Sometimes the lady has her own money and she's proud of what she's been able to acquire and she wants to treat her man or treat the individual that she's on a date with or to keep it as a platonic thing as well. It's like, yo, you got you, I got me. So that's what I will say. To just give that gentleman some grace. Yeah, hopefully he won't, taking that route. Like we don't recommend you taking that route. Yeah.
That's it.
Bro, we clean. That was clean today, bro. 6:35 too, bro. We clean. We was clean. It was clean. And then we just take this topic and put it on them all. We were straight up. All right.
Yeah, that's fine.
I was like, yeah, that's solid then, man. That works. All right then. So shoot. With that being the case, man, that will do it for today's show. It is 6:35. So shout out to y'all for rocking with us, man. We'll definitely be back in the saddle tomorrow, man. Got plenty more to discuss, man. Some of these free agent targets and just where we currently are, right, man? So with that being the case, man, y'all hit that like button one final time. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. Stay safe out there. And until next time, baby.
Peace.